Welcome everybody to Tuesday night. I hope you like my co-host here. It's The Rock, and he's I don't know what he's got there. It was sitting in the house somewhere. And anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Tuesday night. Special hello to Axis and Penny. You know who you are. To quickly answer the question that is the title and the subject, the thumbnail of this, no, there is none. But we're going to just for kicks, we're going to go over to a Flat Earth Discord server and see what kind of excuses they come up with. Couple other things before I get going. I have this. I have 3 of these. These are for a project I'm working on. These were designed. These are little mini circuit boards designed by Leslie Rower. Thank you for that. And I will be shortly assembling them. Hopefully having a little bit of an experiment here to test some flat Earth claims. So anyway, let's see. We got to get the asylum up here. You're going to want to see the Discord server. If you haven't been to the asylum, warning, proper attire is required. But do feel free if you want to pop into their Discord chat. I will ask just for this 2-hour window here that will mostly just have the flurfs go at me, and then after that you go in and duke it out all night long if you want. So, oh geez, he and Witsit were discussing potential strategies to use against you on Geo's server. It's show number 1197 around the 218 mark. If you want a little intel, could you? That's funny. That's funny. All right, hold on. I gotta write that down. What's this for? Who's he? Who's he? I gotta look back at Rocky. Maybe by the time I look, you'll tell me who's he. Who's he? All right. I'll just put it here. There we go. Got it. All right. Guy named Alan. Oh yeah, that's Space Audits. So in 3 weeks, I'm going to be on Jaren's Debatism again. That's the plan with Space Audits. That's Alan. So there we go. Yeah, that's of course. I mean, Space Audits is 90% Witsit parent. So how that's not hard. Anyway, thank you for that. I will look it up. I'm trying. He may have a conflict, but I'm trying to get Flatzoid on Friday. He said, can we do Saturday? Saturday doesn't work for me though. So if we can't get it this week, maybe next. All right. Anyway, I'm going to jump in, and I hope you all enjoy this. If somebody wants to put a link to the Discord server, the Asylum Discord server, and mine too, in the chat, then that'd be good because they can pop in and join. But otherwise, I'm going to join right now. Hello?
Hello, Toon.
Ah, Eminem is here. So for those,
yes, I am here.
I'll introduce you quick.
Okay.
Couple things, two things quick. First, the topic of this is evidence for flat Earth. That's what I asked Hammer to as for the evidence, and that's the title of the video. And then number 2, Eminem has emailed me saying he wants to talk to me, but specifically, I think you said in the email that you don't have evidence for flat Earth. So I don't know how that works. But go ahead, Eminem.
If you want me to clarify this, first off, hi. Pronouns they them, not he him. I would appreciate it if you kept that in mind. That would be great. Secondly, yes, I did send you an email saying that I don't really have evidence for a flat Earth, but like, just since we're already beginning on this, and since this is not gonna take a long time, I'm just gonna let everybody else talk to you because I'm sure they're gonna be more conducive to your show, to the topic of your stream and everything else. But like, just so we're clear, just so maybe this is going to help everybody else. Like, when you ask flat earthers on this server about evidence for flat Earth, like you specifically always talk about measurements for flatness, right? For measurements for flatness, measurements for stationariness, right?
Yep, that's kind of just an entry point into it, isn't it?
Right, right. I would imagine so. Yes, I would definitely imagine so. But like, just as a uh, I guess like an intellectual experiment, like a thought experiment. Like, what do you think would like legitimate evidence for flat Earth look like to you? Like, what would you expect it to be?
I'd expect something like a establishing a straight line with control for confounding variables over water, for example, because topography of the land is a bit difficult to control, and then measure the deviation or not deviation from that line, and over some distance. So you'd say,
Mm-hmm.
well, over this many miles, we've had a deviation of some particular amount, and hypothesizing flat Earth, you'd say, well, the deviation should fall within this margin of error due to instruments and confounding variables and those kinds of things. And if it does fall within that, that would be a measurement of flatness. If it doesn't fall within that margin of error, then you'd say, well, that doesn't qualify as a measurement of flatness. It's something else.
Okay, that's an idea of an experiment, but like, if that would be like staying within the boundaries of this specific experiment, that would be like a geometric curve, like so, like the line that you would want would be a physical line, yes, or do you want an
Well,
optical experiment?
creating a physical line is exceedingly difficult because having materials that are rigid over multiple miles is not something that's particularly easy, especially when you're doing it over water, because then your foundations are a problem. But
Mm-hmm.
if as some people have suggested, like Brian Mullins or like the concave earthers in Florida, back in the whatever 1800s, I think they both has proposed this mechanism where you take these 10-foot segments or about. Brian Mullins, I don't think, had a specific length in mind, but the concavers used a 10-foot segment, and you put them end to end. The problem is the margin of error necessary for that very first junction between them is so exceedingly precise that it's pretty difficult. The material science for that doesn't really exist. The cost would be enormous to even try to get into the ballpark necessary for that margin of error to create a physical device.
Right. So just okay, but like even if that hurdle was to be cleared through massive amounts of expenditure of resources,
Yeah.
or if you were to propose a different experiment that would be maybe not necessarily physical in nature but optical in nature, like even if that happened, just as a hypothetical, given the fact that you all are already aware of measurements of the curve, so
Yes.
like what would that mean to you, right? If you had that experiment, and if that experiment was theoretically indicative of a flat Earth, given what you already know, that would be an issue a little bit, right?
Well, paired with that, you would need to find the errors then in the other measurements. Right? There's no shortage of measurements of the curvature of the Earth, so you'd have to somehow identify how those didn't match, right? So if I have one measurement of something here
Right.
and 1,000 measurements of something else, well, that one does not trump those 1,000. You need to show how that one is more correct than the 1,000, or maybe how the 1,000 are wrong, or something like that.
Right. Right. Okay. So just to sort of set the grounds here for other people who are going to be talking to you, because 3 a.m. for me, I'm going to be gone here shortly, and I don't have evidence. I don't have what you're asking for. I do not have this experiment that you would want. I neither do I have any experiment that would be demonstrating stationariness. I would imagine that like maybe even something as simple as like doing a pendulum experiment would maybe show the stationariness, right? Like potentially, but even then. if you had an experiment like that, that would run into problems with other experiments that already, ostensibly demonstrate motion, right? So
Yeah, it's the same thing. You have to
just
show how that one's better than the
yeah, right.
others.
Right. So just to be clear, like flat earthers, when you talk to them, from what I have noticed, will be much more inclined to try to first maybe demonstrate that these experiments that you um, that ostensibly demonstrate the globeness of the Earth are bad, and then not really show experiments that would demonstrate their point. But that's besides the that's a tangent here. But just for others' sake, I think maybe I managed to help a little bit narrow it down. Now, if somebody like Harp wants to talk to you, then now somebody like Harp knows what you are expecting and what you would want to see. And if a flat earther wouldn't have that, then that would be a waste of time to have a discussion. Although
That's
I'm
true.
gonna be perfectly honest here, if you allow me to go a little bit more long-winded on this. I feel like you perfectly know this, and you always knew this, and it's not like these discussions are fully genuine. I mean, I
It,
feel like it's quite clear that the purpose here is more to just parade an idiot of the hour, and make people laugh at the idiot of the hour.
well,
But
I've said
you
many
know,
times this is entertainment for intelligent people,
I mean,
right?
intelligent, give or take. You don't really have to be super intelligent to be laughing at this, frankly.
You're
I've,
right.
I've had
Yeah.
some interactions with people, like, even people who, like, support you greatly, like Jiffy Cones, and let me tell you, there are some people that are just incredibly stupid that are into this. But since I don't really have the time and I don't want to take the floor from everybody here to have a conversation with you about flat Earth and about the globe Earth, then I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now.
Can
But
I
if you
ask you
do want to
one
set something
what
up for
one
later, I
question?
would love to.
Sure, one question as you go. What is your
Yeah,
position?
sure.
What is your position?
My position is that globe. I'm perfectly fine with the globe Earth. Globe Earth is perfectly compatible with what I believe. So
Okay.
I have no issue with the globe Earth. I have, if I were to have issues, I have the issues with aspects of the scientific establishment of science as an institution, not so much as with
Well,
science as a method. But I don't have issues
plenty.
with the globe.
There's plenty
So.
of criticism about that to go around. No doubt. Yeah.
So that's why I would love to have a discussion with you, but not here, not when Harp is chomping at the bits to get at you. So
All right. Well, thank you. Um.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
See you in emails.
All right. Now Harp, unfortunately, he did that. If you remember, he said some things I shan't repeat, and has not retracted them. So I can't, in good faith, bring him on this show if he won't retract his statements there. So sorry, Harp. Who did that? That was perfect. All right. Does anybody else have evidence for flat Earth? Then, and I mean, I'll take silence then as admission that there is no evidence for flat Earth, of course. Um, yeah.
What about our holographic azimuthal grid of vision?
Well, go ahead. Send the evidence for that.
And we are live. Welcome. I should probably turn my
Hey,
microphone
Hammer.
on. Welcome to the original Discord Asylum YouTube channel. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. We have McToon in the house. What's up, everybody?
Hey, I'm glad to be here. This is fun. Who has Oh, is that you, Hammer, with the sound effects? I love it. Thank you, Hammer. All right. Is that it? Is that all your intro is there?
So what's up? Hey, what's going on, McToon? How's it going, bro? Welcome to the show.
I'm good. Yeah, a harp. I mean, I like talking to harp, but like I said, I can't, in good faith, if he won't retract what he said. So
I think he might be willing to do that. I think. Just don't even. Let's just put it in the past, Harp. Let's just figure a way. Let's just say I retract it. Just say I retract it.
all right, hold on. I'll let him.
We don't need it.
I'll
We
unmute.
don't need to go.
I'll let him. Here, hold on.
Proof.
All right, there you go,
Ready to
Harp.
show it?
Go ahead, Harp.
Great.
You gonna retract it?
Retract what?
What you said? Wait, the
About
last
what?
time we talked, the last time you were on my show, dude.
You're kidding me. To get a fucking moderator to shoot you in the face and shut you the
Oh, there we go. All done with Harp.
Wales here, the king of the floor. I'll debate you, dude.
Very nice. Hammer and let's see, is Apocryphon? Yeah, Apocryphon. Dude, you guys, you're gonna let Harp on there. Your server's gonna get nuked again. Just saying. So
Release the heart.
all right. So all right, Hammer.
Human's always been afraid to.
All right, Harp. Let's try to
Singing
keep it
and
civil.
the flirts.
You're like busting out. You're busting out the knives and shit.
Oh, is he?
Busting
Oh,
out,
he's
like-
all right. I don't hear him. Right, he was getting.
You
He
turn him down.
instantly crossed the line again. So I'm not gonna. I can't have him on my show here. So
Can't even.
Hammer.
Anyway, I apologize. I'm just gonna turn him down.
Hey, Hammer.
This is gonna be the first time I'm just gonna actually really implore everybody to just personally mute Harp at this point, right? Because I've tried to talk to him. I try to ask him to just calm down and like be reasonable, and maybe we could have a conversation. Can't happen. He's gonna get very upset. He's gonna yell, talk about how everybody's whatever Harp. He can't just move on. I've tried it many times. Ain't gonna happen. So, anyways,
I think
moving on from that.
I would love to see
Enough said.
the results of a blood pressure cuff on Harp
Let's
during
see.
one of these things.
Who do we have? We have our very illustrious Gary Weinbanger in here. You working on anything, Mr. Weinbanger? Would you like to speak to our Mr. McToon while he's available?
Evidence for Flat Earth, Gary. This is your chance.
Why are you asking me? Are you afraid of me too?
Oh, sorry, Lael. Yeah, go ahead, Lael.
Horizon.
We don't need evidence. The Earth is inevitably flat, and you cannot prove otherwise.
Inevitably.
I was
The
I was
horizon.
hoping to get a little more information on this azimuthal grid of vision that kind of makes my star trails not do what I see them doing.
Oh well, yes. Do present the evidence for the azimuthal grid of vision and how it works and the plausible mechanism behind it.
She's one of your
Well,
guys.
I've heard that it's Walter Bislin,
She's one of your friends,
Um,
McToon.
but I don't understand it exactly how this azimuthal grid of vision that he came up with is affecting my eyesight. I'm a bit confused about it all, to be honest.
I tested his claim. I set a light on one side of the room, and I turned around and I faced the other side of the room, and I stopped seeing the light. So I don't know how the azimuthal grid of vision didn't make the light that's behind me appear in front of me, like it does on for the azimuthal grid of vision claims from the Witsit. So.
Yeah, I was just hoping maybe the flat earthers would step in and explain it to everyone. Someone that knew something about it or
I don't
something.
know. That'd be great. No? All right.
I have no idea what he means by it.
You don't
I'm a
know
Flatty.
you don't know what the azimuthal grid of vision is from Witsit?
I've heard him say it. I don't know what he's talking about. It doesn't make
Well,
any
it's got
sense.
to do with the south because the south's not, the size we know it to be, and our skies aren't real, and
Okay, but
the
we do
stars
all
aren't
have our
rotating.
have our personal vision.
Well, this is what I want to explain
field of
because I
view
see my
from our-
stars
from
not
wherever we're
rotating around
located.
stars.
Your personal
My
You were
stars
not
don't rotate.
ending.
Your personal
Sorry.
what, Gary?
You have your own personal field of view.
Sure.
based on your location, right?
Yeah, but why does that make things
That makes-
appear where they're not at?
It does.
Why does that make my stars rotate not around Polaris?
Yeah, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to McTune. You're a loudmouth.
Well, I mean, it's a good question for those that are in the southern hemisphere. How can they look due south
They're not. They're all turning
all night long?
Use a planisphere, astrolabes. They all turn the stars in
hold on,
one
no.
big circle around a center point.
From sundown to sun up, they look due south, and there's a center of rotation the entire time instead of a
And
laterally.
you'll get that even from up here, won't you, McTune?
Of course, you according to most flat Earth maps, there's a single.
How can you have a
single-
central point when you're this far north, McTune?
It's not hard, according to. I mean,
No,
according
I
to
can tell you why.
Pizza,
I
the
can
pizza
tell you
planet
why.
that map
You
that
shouldn't have a
most of you
central.
use.
You shouldn't have a central point on your globe
On the
from this
globe?
far north.
Why not?
No, you shouldn't show a central point.
Is it just me, or is Mike breaking up? Tim, you're breaking up, at least seems to me.
I'm not breaking
It's
up.
you. He's clear on my side.
I'm not breaking up. I'm staying together. This band is never
Is it
breaking
me?
up.
No, it's good for me.
Okay, because my thing was messing up earlier. So. My Bluetooth.
Gary, I'm working with a guy named Daniel Benga, and his last name is spelled Gbenga, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's your initials, Gary. G Benga.
That's nice.
It's just pronounced Benga, though.
Well, maybe cut it short
I don't think so.
for a screen name. I could have done
Gary,
that.
can you explain more about this dome of vision and how it all works?
I didn't
in the
say a dome
azimuthal
of vision. I
grid
said you have a personal field of view. So don't.
or
don't
personal field of view.
Yeah. So
How
Gary,
does
you
that
have
make
your
my
own
stars not
personal field of
rotate
view.
around
Wherever
Polaris?
you're at,
all right, hold on.
you
Trouble.
see things in your at. I can see the sky from where I'm at about 37, 38 degrees north latitude.
Yes, and I
Okay.
see my stars rotating around
Okay,
sigma
okay,
tangent.
let me finish. This is why I don't like to talk to you, because you don't stop. Okay, so now let's say somebody's on 50 north. They're going to see everything in a different position in the sky, right? So we all have our own personal field of view. Now, whatever this azimuthal, whatever, grid, dome, I don't know what he's talking about. Whatever that is, I don't know. But we do
So
have
how
our own
does my
personal field of view based on our location.
How
based
does
on
my
your
personal
All right,
how
trouble.
does my personal
Trouble, just
dome of
wait.
view make my stars not rotate
I
around
didn't say
Polaris?
dome of view. Did I say dome? I just corrected you on that. Don't be.
What do
Don't
you
be
call
thick.
it then?
I said you
How
have
does
your
that
own
make my
personal
stars
field of
not
view.
rotate? How does that make my stars not rotate around Polaris?
They all do rotate around Polaris. That's why we have astrolabes and planispheres.
They don't.
And
I've got
the Antikythera
I've got
device.
footage
All right,
We have the
hey,
astronomical clock.
trouble.
All turning
I have footage
circles
of it
around a
not
central
doing that.
point.
Trouble.
I have
All
footage of
turning
it not
circles
doing
around
that.
one central point. And they
Why
work
don't you
perfect.
have footage of that? And I have
Hey-
footage of it doing the opposite
Hey,
to that.
Well,
trouble.
You know what?
Trouble.
You know what? I got something you can do. Lay on your back on the ground
Oh,
with your head pointed north, and another time doing it with your head pointed south. Have your camera pointed straight up and do a time lapse of the stars and tell me what you come up with.
I have a quick observation for Gary. If you
I get the
place
celestial equator if I
100
point
You're
it
gonna
up.
find out it's not what you think.
Gary, if you placed 100 people on 50 degrees north, would they all see different things or would they all see the same thing?
No, because you might not see some stars as far south, obviously.
No, I'm saying
And
they're
you-
all standing at 50 degrees north, right next to each other. Do they see the same thing or do they see different things?
Well, you mean if you're in different parts of the world on that 50?
No,
north?
they're all standing right next to each other. Why aren't you listening? At 50 degrees north, 100 people.
Yeah,
and
they
they
would.
look up.
If they're all
Are
standing
they
in the
all
same
seeing the
spot, they would
same
see the
thing
same
or are they
thing,
seeing
obviously.
something
Don't be
different?
stupid.
All
Don't be stupid, Lel.
Let's see. Lael in trouble.
You're all standing in the same spot. You
Hold on.
pretty much
Answer my
pretty much
question.
have
All
you
right.
pretty much have the same field of view.
Lael.
You're all standing on the same spot.
Stop. Trouble.
You might be a
Stop.
couple inches off.
Perfect. So everyone staying at a particular latitude sees the same thing, correct? Everybody.
Not at the same
So
time.
everyone
unless
doesn't
you're
have
standing
their
in the same
own
spot.
field of view.
What's your point? Hey, Lel, get to your point. You're not making any
My
sense.
point is that everyone does not have their own field of view. They look
You,
up and see what they
absolutely.
see.
Every angle to everything you see around you is based
Yeah, but
on
if
your
50
position.
people
So
are
the
on the
guy, even the
same
guy right
latitude,
next to you, has a slightly different. You won't notice it because he's right next to you.
he won't notice it either.
I know, but you do have your own angles to everything in the. If there's a bunch of stuff in the sky and flying around, and you guys, and I'm standing side by side with you, Lel, I go, you are going to have a slightly different angle. It's going to be too small to measure the difference, though, from because we're right next to each other.
Then why are you
But now,
bringing
if
it
I'm
up
on
if it's
40
too
and you're on
small to
50,
matter?
we will see it differently.
Why are you bringing it up if it's too small to measure?
If you're standing right
If
next
it's
to each other,
like
it's
a 50th
you
of one
still have.
degree,
Okay, if there's a bird flying in the sky across our field of view, you're standing next to me. You have a slightly different angle to the bird than I do, don't you?
yeah, but
Very
I would
slight, but
not
it's
be able
different,
to
isn't it?
measure that
Is it
angle
slight? Is it
looking at it.
different? Is it different? Is it different, Lale?
Harry. The
Is it
point
different,
is
Lale?
that
Answer the
me looking
question.
at it and you
Answer the
looking at it,
question, Lale.
we are
Is
not
it
going to
different?
perceive the
You
difference
have the
with your
same
eye.
angles.
All right,
Lale.
Lael, I want to talk. I want to talk to Gary Lael. Okay, another hour and a half. I'll be out of here, and you can talk to him all night long. Just give me an
Well,
hour
it's
and a
just
half.
a fact. Okay, just really quick. It's a fact
Okay.
that we cannot perceive the difference in angle if we're standing right next to each other looking at something.
Can I
Isn't that
just
what I
quickly
said?
say, and then I'll
That's
be
exactly
Oh
quiet.
my
what I said.
gosh.
I just put a GIF in the back chat that I made of the southern stars rotating around Sigma Octantis. Now, please explain to me how they're not doing that, and I'll be
They're
quiet.
not. You just what you're seeing is a circle of stars that are turning around a central point. And you are wherever you're standing. If you're facing south, you're going to have circle of stars. Well, guess what? So the ones on the farthest out of the circle that you're at are going to be low on the horizon and barely skimming your view, and they're going to go in and out. The ones that are a little bit closer are going to be a little higher in the sky, and they're going to be seen a little bit earlier and set a little bit later. And there's going to that's going to make it look like a circle when you use your wide angle lens.
What?
Why is there two poles?
Gary,
There's not two poles.
Gary, if we're sitting underneath a Tupperware lid, and that Tupperware lid is rotating, you look up towards the center on the top, you'll see a center of rotation that way. But when you look towards the outside, you'll see the edges, the outside edge of that Tupperware lid spinning laterally. You won't see a center of rotation when you look that direction.
Okay, McToon, do you really think we see vertical Ferris wheels in the sky?
That's what you claim. That's what the flat Earth is.
No.
It's got a big
That's what
Tupperware
you
lid over
claim.
it.
That's what you guys think. You think you have a vertical Ferris wheel turning a circle around some central point there.
No, that's what the flat Earth has to be.
Like.
That's
pictures
your
look like
that's your
vertical
mythical
Ferris wheels.
dome.
Now we know we don't see that, do we? What you're seeing is an absence of depth displayed in the picture because it's 2D and you have lights in the sky in a black sky. And so it looks like 2D, looks like they're stacked one on top of the other and like turning in a vertical circle. We don't say that in reality. That's just.
I know it contradicts the flat Earth Tupperware dish lid.
No. That's why I asked. Do an experiment, McCune. Maybe you can show me completely wrong, but this is what you got to do. Get somebody with a rectilinear lens, point the camera straight up with you lay on your back and lay with your head pointed due north and your feet south, and then do another one the opposite way, south and north. Take the time lapse picture and tell me what you come up with, McCune. You're not going to see what you think you see.
The gift that Trouble About posted is what you see. That's literally what you see.
No, you're gonna,
I took
something completely different than what you imagine.
No, it's a single point of
Yes.
rotation due south. That's what the observation
If
is.
you got your head pointed north and you're laying with your feet pointed south and you're pointing that camera straight up, what you're going to get is like a U effect. And it's going to be all across your sky. It's going to be a little short on the far end up above you and on the far south of you because that's the far ends of your field of view. Above you is going to be the wider circles, but it's going to look like a U. Now, if you're doing it from the south and with your head to the south and your feet to the north, and you have your camera straight up, you're going to get an upside down U effect. That's what you're going to get.
Yes, opposite of
Stars
what
are all turning in a circle.
Exactly, the opposite of what the Tupperware lid rotating would be.
That's what you're going to get. Just have somebody do it, too. You got people with all this stuff that can do it.
It's on screen.
Have them do it.
I mean, it's on screen.
Have them do
Trouble About just posted.
No,
it.
nobody's done. I don't know. I've never seen one picture with somebody pointing their camera straight up with their head laying on their back, with their head pointed to the south.
Why does
or to
the person? Why does the person need to be laying next to the camera? Can't the camera?
Because you're going to get the true effect of what the stars are doing across the sky.
And if the person's not laying next to the camera, they won't get it.
No, you can hold the camera. You set it straight up, but you want the camera, the top of the camera, like if you're going to lay your back to the north, the top of the camera pointing to you, right, towards your direction, but the lens pointing straight up, and then do the same thing in the opposite direction. So you get the effect of both looking from the south to the north and from the north to the south. But you're looking straight up. You're just going to watch the stars. It's going to time lapse the stars moving across your field of view.
And
Tell
I've
me what
done
you
that.
come up with.
and so when
Tell me
you
what you
look,
come up with.
but we know people have done these types
No,
of
you
things.
don't know. You
Gary.
haven't done it yet.
Gary,
I
Gary,
have.
You got the people out there.
Gary,
You got the people that can do
Gary,
it.
Gary. There's so many star trails already of the southern star trails. It doesn't
Those
help
aren't star
your
trails.
position.
I'm not talking about pointing the camera south or north. I'm talking about pointing the camera straight up. Now you have it aligned because you're laying on your back with the camera pointed straight up, right?
Why does
You
it?
can
Why
set
do you
up
think
like
it
that.
makes it help your point? It
Because
doesn't
you're
help
going
your
to
point,
actually
Gary.
track what the stars are actually doing. You're not going to get that 2D
Just because you
vertical
angle the
Ferris wheel
camera
effect.
down doesn't mean you don't
You're
see
not
what
going to
the
get the
stars are
2D
doing.
Ferris wheel effect.
He's
That's what you guys
Oh
do.
my
you're
gosh, the
imagining him
That's why
delusion.
you
at the
guys are all
equator.
fooled.
Oh my
That's why
god.
you're
Imagining
all
that at
fooled.
the equator.
No,
Oh my
that
God.
will
Will
happen.
happen
You
at
can
the
do it
equator.
anywhere. Do it at the equator. Do it at the 30 degrees south of the equator, 30
and you
degrees north
think
of the equator.
let me
Do
just
it at all
let me
those
just get
positions.
I
this
just
straight,
put a
Gary.
video in that just shows me looking
You're going to
up
get the
from
same
last night.
effect. You're going to get the same
I just
effect.
put, no, you don't. I got the
You're not
celestial
going to get
equator
your,
when I
you're
look
not
up.
going to get your vertical Ferris wheel
And I
star
just put a
trail.
video in that I took this month. I can put
Okay,
heaps
did
of
you lay
videos
on your
up.
So
back
so
with the
you
camera pointed straight
so
up?
Gary, I just
Yes,
want
it is
to I want to
pointing
be
What I'm
straight
clear.
up.
asking for.
Hold on, trouble.
Because
Hold on.
you're all being fooled by this
I
vertical
want to
Ferris
be
wheel that
I
you
want to
think
be
is
clear
real.
that I understand what you think will happen, Gary. You think if you look up in the southern hemisphere, you will see just laterally moving stars, or you think
You'll
you will
see them
see
at a spot. You'll see them in a slight curve if you're filming with the camera
okay,
straight up and you're
and
aligned
which
north and south.
and where will the center of that curve be, north or south of you?
Right above you.
No, you said
You're
if
not,
you look
you're
straight
not going
up.
to have your central. You're not going to have your star trail, spiral, vertical Ferris wheel.
Okay,
You're
I'm
going to
just
have
trying to get
if you're aligned with your head to the north and your feet to the south, the camera pointed straight up. You're going to get a U effect.
yeah. With
If you're-
and where's the
if
center
you're in
point
the
of that
south
U?
and if you're in the south with your head pointing south, or you don't have to be in the south, you can just point your head south and do the same thing, and you're going to get the upside down U effect.
Okay, and where's the center of that U?
Oh, they're all going around the central. You're not going to see the central point because you're not under the
But
North
where
Pole.
is the central point of that U, Gary?
Under the North Pole.
Okay, so you
You're
think
not under the North Pole. You're
So-
just filming the stars
so I
coming
just
across the
okay,
field.
so just to clarify, you think if you look straight up even south of the equator, the stars will trace a U and the center of that U will
down
be
one.
will be
if you're
just
you're
let me
aligned with
finish
your
my
head to the south,
let me
with the
finish my
camera pointed
sentence,
straight up, you're going
Gary.
to get an upside down U in
Gary,
the
why
south.
won't you
You're gonna-
let me finish at least? I'm just trying to
Because
understand
you're
your
getting it
position.
wrong. I'm trying to correct you, McToon.
Where is the center of rotation? Only under the
Around
north?
If you're not unless you're under the North Pole, you're not going to see that, are you? You're just going to film the stars coming across your field of view up
All right.
above you.
So
your
this,
latitude.
So you say
With
this with
some stars
without
slightly
having
south of that and some stars slightly north
without
of
having
wherever
done
you're
it.
at.
You think that
Oh, I'm asking
that,
one of you. I don't have the stuff to do it with, but you have guys that can do it.
so you think this is hilarious. You think that all 1 billion people south of the equator are wrong in what they say, and that if they were to look up, there would be a curve, and the center of that curve will be the north celestial pole, not the south celestial pole.
No, that's not what I said at all. You're not listening. All you're going to be, your camera's going to be pointed straight up. In other words, it's going to be pointed straight up above your GP, which you're on a latitude somewhere, right? You have a latitude point where you're at, right? So you're going to have the camera pointed straight up. All you're going to do is have a rectilinear lens and do a time lapse of the stars moving across your sky. Now it's going to get some stars that are north of your latitude, some stars that are south of your latitude, right? Because it has a fairly wide field of view, right? So you're going to see, the effect you're going to see is that if you're aligned with your head to the north while you're laying down, you're going to see a U effect. If you're aligned with your head to the south, you're going to see an upside down U effect.
And the center of that
That's
U
because
is.
so you're not going to see the
I'm not
the only
asking
center
if you're
of
going to
that
see the
is
center.
is the stars coming
I'm
directly over your head.
asking where is the
That's
center.
not the center of rotation, though.
So there's
You're
a
not gonna get a
difference.
center of rotation
So
unless
you
you're under the North
imagine
Pole.
there's a different center of rotation than the one that
No, you
that
aren't
he already
listening.
posted.
You are not listening. You're not getting, unless you're under the North Pole, you're not going to get a center of rotation. You're just going to get a center of your sky with whatever's coming over your latitude. We have stars that come over our latitude, right? So you're going to be facing that camera straight up. You're not pointing it towards the north. You're not pointing it towards the south. You're pointing it straight up, no matter what latitude you're on. I don't care where it's at. You point that camera straight up. You're going to get the and use a rectilinear lens, so you don't have the big curve effect of the wide
God,
angle.
is he so stupid?
And just watch
How
the stars.
dumb
You're going to catch the stars
somebody
in the
be?
middle of that field of view will be the ones directly over your head.
So
It's not the
dumb.
center of rotation.
I feel
because you're
bad for
not
all the people that have to deal with him
under
in
the
their
North
daily
Pole.
lives.
You're just under your latitude. So if you got your head faced line to the north and your feet to the south, with the camera pointed straight up, you're going to get a U effect. That's what you're going to see in the stars, a U effect. And if you align yourself the opposite way, from the same place, with your head to the south and your feet to the north, and the camera pointed straight up, you're going to get an upside down U effect, because they're all turning around a central point somewhere far to the north, which would be the North Pole. So that would give the U effect, or the upside down U effect, depending on which way you're aligned. Have somebody do it, McToon. It's not that hard. It wouldn't be that hard. You've got lots of guys out there.
Yep. Somebody go do that for Gary and then find out what he says when it doesn't match what he thinks it says. What it will.
It's going to match what I see.
So all the pictures of the southern celestial pole are fake.
They must be.
When you point to the south, you're going to get the edge, the far edge of your circle of view, right? Because you have a circle of view, right? You can turn around in a circle. It's going to be the same distance each direction, right? So from your latitude, if I point south, I can get a star trail that looks like it's got a center point right there at my horizon, right?
No, you can't. That
Even though
means you could point your camera anywhere and there would be a central point.
And
Why
they'll
is
have a
there one
central
at the
point.
south? You've not
They'll have a
explained
central
why there's
point.
one at the south
Okay,
at all.
McToon.
Yeah,
McToon, if
I'm
I took a
asking.
star trail pointing
It's a-
south from
it's
here,
a-
I'd have a central point, wouldn't I?
You would not see it. You'd see it. You'd see
No,
a
but
curve.
you would have a central point where it looked like everything
Yeah.
was turning around a central point that was close by that
Yeah,
horizon, right?
and if you, well, what's your latitude? 30, 35, right? About?
No, 37.
All right, 37.
36,
So,
37.
so
something
you
like that.
the stars that you will see that just brush the horizon due south of you are the stars that will be at 90 minus 37 declination in the celestial sphere. That's what you'll see. Just the ones that just barely brush the edge.
The farthest ones from my circle of sight are going to barely clear the horizon on the left, and then set pretty quickly because they're the farthest out of the circle of my vision, right? And so the next group of stars that's a little closer, a little more north of those, are going to come up a little sooner on the horizon because they're closer. They're going to set a little bit farther north on the. It's still south, but it'll be more north of what it was, and it's going to have a little bit wider loop, and it's going to keep going like that.
All right.
And that's why then when you take your star trail with the time lapse with your wide angle lens, it's going to make it look like a vertical Ferris wheel, because that's what your 2D pictures do. They don't have depth when you're looking at a night sky with just lights in a dark sky.
All right, Gary, that's an interesting claim. And we all know it doesn't make sense, and even flat earthers, I think, generally are not.
All right, kids, I have never heard anybody talk about it. I drew up some diagrams, and it does work.
No, it
just
doesn't.
You know what you have to do? Just draw a diagram.
Observation reality doesn't match it.
Make little star patterns all over your circle.
And
then have yourself set it on a latitude somewhere, and then put a circle that has an equal circle around it, and watch what happens as those stars turn around that circle.
Hey, Gary,
you're gonna have ones on the far edge, ones that are a little bit closer.
Hey, Leslie, you gotta wait. Let Sky Hunter there. Gary, are birds animals?
No, I learned that already.
They're not.
They are. They're animals, but I mean, I classify them as different because I said birds versus four-footed creature.
Also dinosaurs.
Big freaking deal.
Oh, goodness.
Birds are evil.
Hey, McToon, is foreshortening a thing?
Yeah, but not how you think it works. All right, so Harp is demanding.
You disagree with FTFE, right?
Harp is.
He says I made it up.
He's not here. You can talk to him on your own.
Well, he said it. He very clearly said it.
So Harp is
numerous
demanding.
times.
Hold on. Harp is demanding evidence of the death threat he made. Pat in the chat has it here. I'm going to play it. Let's have a listen.
Good proof.
All right, there you go, Harp. Go ahead, Harp. You going to retract it?
Retract what?
What you said. The
About
last
what?
time we talked, the last time you were on my show, dude.
You're kidding me. To get a fucking moderator to shoot you in the face and shut you.
Oh, there we go. See, Harp. Man, Harp. Dirty, dirty. Man. Yeah.
Kind of a weak threat.
Well, that was what he just said today. It was the one. Here's the video there. Oh, it's queued up. Let's see if it's queued up to the right spot here. If I play it, you have the burden of proof. Don't you know how that
Somebody
works?
shoot this fucking idiot in the face.
Wow. He just said it again. There it is. So,
is this structured?
This talk is structured. So, yeah. Anyway, So for Harp, there I gave the two pieces, two things there, specifically the one where you said it several months ago. So yeah, Harp. Anyway, all right. Who was asking if this is structured?
McToon, you wouldn't happen to be lying, would you?
About what?
The structure.
About what structure?
Well, I mean, you lie about a lot of things, and you said this is structured. Didn't sound too structured. What's going on, McToon? Are you steady lying again?
Well, you go ahead. Hammer is here. There he is. Hammer. Did I or did I not send you a little communication about this and ask to set the topic?
That's you did. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Hey.
Did I respond
at
at all?
little short thing?
You have one little short thing, Gary?
Yeah.
Did I respond at all, McToon?
You did not, Hammer.
20-second stop. About what I was talking about with your circle of sight and the way the stars come over.
Okay.
It's the way astrolabes work. It's the way planispheres work. They show your circle of sight, and they show that it's set by your latitude, and it shows the stars that'll come up from the east to the west crossing your view.
Yeah, and you need
It works the same way. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, you need a different disc for all your latitudes. So, all right.
For your latitude. Yeah, for your latitude. Which is what I was saying.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Based on what? Anyway, fresh grown flowers. What's going on? Do you have evidence for flat Earth? That is the topic here.
Salt flats. 100 square miles with less than 3 feet of deviation. What else?
It's not how it works.
Got it. So no evidence for flat Earth then?
Oh, you just ignore people.
Globe.
You ignore evidence that's presented to you unless it's something you feel like you can pick apart.
Just put it in the chat there, and we'll have a look.
Salt flats, Bolivian salt flats, to be specific.
Oh,
100
awesome.
square miles with less than 3 feet of deviation from end to end.
Do you have
Measurable.
do you have the measurements of that then, please?
Yeah, it's public. Go pull it up.
That's your claim. That's how it works with claims. You know,
So this
if
is
you
how
make
it
a
works
claim
with the scientific community. You just play ignorant, and then you don't choose to go research anything unless you choose to research it, even though someone else presents you with a rebuttal to your stance, and you just play ignorant. That's how science works, right?
Well, so you made the
I
claim.
agree with you, so don't mix it up.
You have the burden of proof. I'll give you a little link there to help you out. There you go. Your logical fallacy is burden of proof. So if you're going to make the claim that the salt flats are measured flat, then just go grab the measurements that you're talking about. I don't have
access to the internet.
I don't have the burden of proof to support your claim. You do.
You don't have the burden of proof for truth, right? You just claim that truth is solidified and it's found and you sit in it and there is nothing to question, right? You're so egotistical that even though the process of science has been decades of people being proven wrong, you're so smug and comfort in your knowledge that it's just impossible. So there's no reason for you to do any further research or inquisition, right?
It's your burden, not mine.
The person making a positive claim has the burden of proof.
Thanks, Austin. So do you have any evidence in the specific measurements you're thinking about? Yeah, which ones?
Go ahead, pull up the measurements.
Which ones are you thinking of?
The Bolivian salt flats. Go pull those up.
Got it. Which measurement are you thinking of, though?
He doesn't know.
You don't know? Would it be this one right here that I just posted in there? The topography of the Bonneville salt flats mapped by that one, or do you want the Bolivian ones? I can get you the Bolivian ones. Hold on.
There you go. Pull up the Bolivian ones since you claim to not know.
The Bolivian ones, the title of this one is The Salt Flats with Curious Curves. Oh. I have that one is behind a paywall, but I think I do have a copy of it. So let's see here. We have the article in Nature. I think that's the one there. That's the one. And then the you're gonna love this. This is really good. Here I have the actual publication there. The topography of the Bolivian salt flats from Kinematic GPS. Is that the one you're thinking of? That one? The one I just pasted? I'll put it in the YouTube chat as well there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear somebody.
Hey, you told him to bring him up. Why don't you like it?
All right.
He did. He brought it up. You don't like the answer. Why don't you like the answer that he brought up? You told him to look up, and he gave you the answer. What's the problem?
Who are you talking to, Tim? Oh, it's Harp. It's Harp. Harp is yakking away. Look, Harp you can't talk, dude.
So it's your contention, McToon, that the Bolivian salt flats are not flat.
Well, it is. I'm just going with Fresh Grown Flowers' claim that the Bolivian salt flats are measured flat. And so I'm asking him to support it. He is unable to support it, unwilling to support it. He says that I need to go look up his supporting evidence for him. A very strange thing to do, but I have already done that. And I posted in the chat there for everybody to look at the measurements that he may or may not have been thinking of. But these are measurements that I have referenced.
We generated a DEM of our survey area from the Fourier model of noise-corrected kinematic GPS data. The DEM shows a complex surface with an elevation range of only 77 centimeters over 50 kilometers. Wow, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Only a deviation of 77 centimeters over 50 kilometers.
But
how does that work on your globe model?
What is
elevation?
Yeah, just a second.
Elevation.
Elevation, right? Because everything's not measured from the same equivalent horizontal and vertical data.
You asked me a question. Now it's time for you to stop talking.
Aren't measured
now
in
it's time for you to
correlation
stop
to
talking.
other measurements on the same horizontal data point. Right.
It's time for you to stop talking.
What else?
Jump down to page 8, creating the DEM, the digital elevation model. What is that reference to?
Yeah,
what is the DEM
using a
reference
digital
to?
model because they can't use a physical one.
What's the DEM reference to? I mean, you're the one that just cited the DEM. So what is that DEM referenced to? Page 8.
Fucking Christ! I just read it to you. Are you that retarded?
Jump down to page 8. What's that DEM reference to?
Are you that fucking slow? I just read it out loud.
Yeah. What is the DEM referenced to?
You're an idiot. It is a reference. It's a model itself.
Yeah. What is it referenced to?
It's not referencing anything. It's a fucking model.
Yeah. What is it referenced to? You're the one that brought up the DEM and pointed out that the salt flats do not deviate very much from it. So so what is the DEM?
Centimeters.
Yeah.
77 centimeters over 50 kilometers.
Yeah, it
Makes
doesn't
that fit on your globe model.
It doesn't deviate from the DEM. It does not deviate.
You're a fucking cartoon. Police system's a cartoon. You live on a cartoon ball.
I agree. I agree that it does not deviate more than 77 centimeters from the DEM. Now I'm asking you, what is this DEM you're talking about? Do you know what that is? Do you know what the DEM is that you just cited?
Crickets.
Page 10.
Silenced.
Page 10. subtracting from EGM 96
How
geoid
fast,
height,
how
height
fast
volumes.
can you read, McToon? How fast can you catch up
all
to
right.
speed? Because 3
Stop.
seconds ago you said page 8. Now you're jumping to page 10. Have you
all right.
found your definition
All
that
right.
you're fishing for yet?
All right, here we go. I've read the whole thing. I know exactly what I'm talking about here. Down to page 10 here, we have the DEM is subtracting from the EGM 96 geoid height values from the DEM. Converting ellipsoid DEM elevations to orthometric elevations removes the topographic slope and reduces the elevation range to 44 centimeters. So, sorry, fresh-grown flowers, the DEM is an ellipsoid. It does not deviate from the ellipsoid. It does not deviate from the surface of the curving globe.
Correct.
Do you have a different measurement? Because this one confirms the Earth is a globe.
So you're claiming there's no deviation on the globe now? Is that what you're saying, you fucking idiot? Tell me more.
I'm claiming that as you read the surface of the salt flats.
But you're rebuttaling it with there is no curvature deviation.
Sorry,
on the globe, right?
you didn't let me finish
So you're
my
saying
sentence.
it's flat. It's
Are you
measurably
not
flat,
allowing
is
me
that
to
what you're
finish
saying?
my sentence because it hurts your position so
Fucking
badly?
'Cause you
Why
didn't
do you
make a-
constantly interrupt me instead of just letting me talk? Does it hurt your position that badly? So the DEM is an ellipsoid, and the surface of the salt flats did not deviate from the surface of that ellipsoid more than 77 centimeters. Thus, the surface of the Bolivian salt flats is curved. Your position, your claim, measurements. Now, if you had different measurements, maybe you want to bring them up. These don't support your position. First law of Flerf. Exactly. Do you have other citations then? Other measurements of the flatness of these salt flats you're talking about?
That was serious hardcore destruction right there.
He's just asserting that the baseline that 77 inches is referenced to is flat. I'm just asserting it.
Yeah, without looking at the rest of the measurement. He just did a find, control F on the document for the one thing he thought he wanted to find, but he didn't read all 27 pages like I did. So maybe you have a different measurement that you want to talk about.
Right. That's why you couldn't distinguish between page 8 and page 10, because you read all 27 pages right now.
I didn't read them right now. I read them.
Everybody.
I read them a long time ago when I published this on my website.
Then why didn't you know what page it was on when you were referencing it? Why did you bounce back and forth between 8 and 10?
Because
you had to fucking look at the citation yourself?
Because page 8...
You don't know because you're just a fucking cock smug.
Because none of this is helping your position. This measurement destroys your position, and all you have is insults. This isn't looking good for Flat Earth. You are just doing the same thing that every Flat Earther does. Your citation directly contradicts Flat Earth. And then when you get caught in that, you go for the insults. Cool. Super cool, guy. That's exactly why I'm here, to expose the hypocrisy of Flat Earthers.
To run from the fact that you can't make any measurements over a curved surface.
That's what this is. This is a measurement over a curved surface.
Try to relate the deviation to that.
This is exactly
That's why you use a flat surface for all your measurements.
This is exactly the measurements over a curved surface. That's exactly what this is. This is your citation. I mean, you made me go get your citation.
You said it's not a curved surface, though.
I did not say it's not.
Ellipsoid, right?
An ellipsoid is a curved surface. Do you not know that an ellipsoid is a curved surface? It's a three-dimensional curved surface. That's an ellipsoid. You didn't know that? Maybe you're in the wrong place here, man. This is a bit over your head.
That's what happens when you watch YouTube videos and not the actual citation.
Right, and so you go down. How do you measure from the center of the ellipsoid? How do you do that? How do you measure from the center of this Earth, from the spherical body? Why do you guys always go down to the middle and make imaginary measurements? Why can't you make any measurements from the surface?
You're running from your own citation here, buddy.
I'm not.
I love it.
You're talking about ellipsoids, but all the measurements showing anything from those are used from the center of it. Not from the surface, not from the curved surface. All the 90 degrees are always at the center on the equatorial plane that you guys make up.
Oh my gosh, you don't understand this topic at all.
From a curved surface.
Is this Democ with a voice changer?
It sounds
good.
I think so.
Kind of sounds like it, doesn't it?
You should know how to address
Oh my gosh. I mean,
If you could control your peanut gallery machine.
All right, yeah.
Rebuttal,
All
guys.
right,
Rebuttal.
all right. If you're not a flat
It's one of
earther,
the
if you're not a flat earther.
AI.
You got to
That's
shush it.
why you can't find any citations of anything measured from the surface.
I just
Everything's always
did
from
it.
these
You, I mean,
imaginary
you just
data
did.
points.
You just did
it.
It's just. I'll put
You
it in the
just
chat
did.
again. Right there. There it is. There's the
There's no
measurement.
90 degree. How many 90-degree
There's-
measurements does it take to make up an ellipsoid or a sphere?
There's the measurement
How many
that
flat
you
earthers
wanted
does it
me to
take
look
change
up
the
for
light
you.
bulb?
How many
You wanted
90-degree measurements does it take to make up the surface of your ellipsoid or your sphere? You can pick whichever one you want. How many does it take?
How many
Oh
flat
my
earthers
gosh.
does it?
Yeah, you
All
don't
right.
have that. It's
Dude.
infinite.
Dude.
Just like pi. You guys have to round it down because you're scared of it. That's why you say 3.14. You're scared of big numbers.
What?
You use infinite numbers to find finite answers for your equations to measure your ball. Because you guys are fucking tunes.
Oh my gosh.
You're animaniacs is what you guys are. You're clowns.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
I tell you what, I know
Are you
way
having
more
fun
than
there, Mike?
3.14
Oh, this
off
is
the top of
awesome,
my
Bob. I
head.
love this. Oh, let's see. All right. Greg Andrews says, "Yay, I have a milestone, I think." Alyssum, for those that are in the flat earthers that are here, Alyssum gives you a hint. He says, "I would love a working flat earth based flight distance calculation. Don't know how often I want to risk it with my globe based calcs." Oh wait. So when you're gonna go on a flight, you need to know how far you're gonna fly so you know how much fuel to put in the plane. If you're going to fly 1,000 miles and you only put in 500 miles of fuel, you're going to have a problem. So you need to know that. So you need to have some way to calculate from where you leave to where you land how much fuel you need. What is the method for flat Earth to calculate that distance between 2 points? There's a little hint for you. It's something to work on. All right, Tim Pryor, I got you there. Aaron Reese says, hamster wheel. This is for Gary. It rotates clockwise to your left, counterclockwise to the right. I guess these guys killed the class hamster. Oh,
the fuck is this dude doing reading super chats inside of a server?
Well, I mean, I'm just
That's
waiting
not-
for the flat Earth
like, what is he
evidence there,
doing?
fresh grown flowers. You single-handedly destroyed flat Earth with your citation
Sounds good.
that you made me
Sounds-
look up for you because you're too lazy.
Right.
That's fine.
Right. As you bounce back and forth between it, claiming to have already read it.
Oh,
Can't
dude,
even figure out what your fucking citation is.
Duck,
8, no, 10, no,
dodge,
wait, go down,
dive,
read
deflect,
more. You just read it like I did.
and duck. Dude, I was summarizing it for you. That's what you do when you summarize.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Oh my goodness. All right. Hey, thanks. I mean, you are why I'm here.
So
Fresh
again, we're
Grown
still
Flowers.
waiting for your educated answer, right? How many 90-degree angles does it take to make up a sphere?
That makes no sense. But bless you for saying
Exactly.
it. Bless you for
Exactly.
saying it.
Welcome
That
to Flat Earth,
it
McToon.
has nothing to do with anything related
Welcome
to
to Flat
geometry.
Earth, you fucking clown.
Sounds like you don't quite understand the geometry, but
Stop
if you,
using equatorial planes. Stop imaginarily cutting the Earth in half to make measurements.
why not? It works very well.
You're a fucking idiot. You live in La La Land. This isn't reality.
But
When
in
are you gonna live
reality,
reality.
but in
when are you gonna be
reality,
a grown man
people
and
do
make
that.
real measurements, actual measurements, instead of in your mind?
Yeah, in reality, surveyors do those types of things and they get their job done.
They don't. They don't imaginarily cut the Earth in half. They make survey points on the surface from point to point, and they don't account for curvature. I talk to them all the time on I-70.
You're
And
speaking
they do
of
miles and miles
Yeah.
and miles and miles
Yeah,
and miles
that's-
of distance to create these highways on I-70 connecting Kansas City to Denver, and they tell everybody that comes through there.
But you
it's
don't
flat
know
as a
the
fucking
process
pancake
of
from one end to
how
the other.
differential leveling works, though, do you?
And it's funny because Denver
don't.
actually sits down. It's actually down in compared to
What's actually
I-70
down?
as you come in. It drops down.
What drops
There's
down?
a lower elevation, and then the mountains raise up higher.
Yeah, elevation. Yeah, differential leveling deals with differences in
Yeah.
elevation.
Yeah.
And it's very, very good. Super high quality. Very precise to high
elevations all
precision.
measured on the same horizontal data point.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
All in
fact,
correlation to other elevation points. Yes, they are.
in fact, they're not. They're referenced.
They're referenced off of other elevation points.
Yeah, they're referenced to.
idiot.
They're referenced
That's
to
how
geoids.
we know how to measure things, because they're referenced off the other thing that we measure.
Yeah, ellipsoids.
You dumbass.
Like
and they're
the-
all measured on the
like-
same horizontal datum point.
Dude, isn't Kansas City a lower elevation than Denver? I mean, Denver is a mile high. I don't think Kansas
No,
City-
the highest
I mean,
point of
very close.
elevation, which you're in the mountains, you fucking dumbass.
So
Yeah,
Denver
all
sits a mile
Lay
high.
out.
That's
All
why
right.
it's called the Mile High City.
It's called Mile
All right.
High because the actual crust on the mountains goes up that high.
All right. Well, so in differential leveling, it accounts for the curvature of the Earth. So
It doesn't. There's no curvature to account
in
for.
fact,
Ask the survey.
it does. If you want,
It doesn't.
I can, yeah.
So they're all
let's see.
liars then, right? All these people are liars.
The process of differential leveling may not be specifically known to the grunt that's doing it. Let's see.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
sure.
have-
Yeah. May not be known to the grunt that's doing it. Sure. That's
Very-
what you call
very-
people.
Exactly.
Grunt.
Yeah.
There's your condescending disposition, right? The
I mean, they
YouTuber
may
calling
not.
people out doing actual work
They
and
may not.
measurements calls them grunts while you sit back on a computer and clown people on a camera.
They may not.
Yeah, they're grunts, right?
They
You're a
may
fucking
not
clown.
understand what it is that they're doing.
You're as close to a woman as a man could be, dude.
Really?
If you want
Oh,
to talk
that's-
about men making measurements
that's so
and calling
cute.
them grunts, you're pathetic.
That's so cute that you have to go to insults when you get demolished. But
You're the
all
one
right.
calling people grunts.
So
The
Ella-
people that are out there
Let
making the measurements
let me-
that
What do you
prove
mean?
my point.
Grunts is not an
That's
insult.
why
you
you call them
moron.
grunts.
yeah, if all you have is insults,
Like,
then
why
you,
why
again
did
you
take
are
offense to
you
that?
are proving my
don't
point
care.
that you
Take
don't have
offense
any
to it.
evidence for flat Earth. Right? If
Go
you don't
cry
have
in the corner.
evidence, then just go to insults, please. Let everybody know who's following along, who's watching the 500
gave you
people
the
watching
evidence.
live.
And you just blatantly ignore it so you can just keep your stream going. That's all you do.
What evidence? The only evidence so far is the ellipsoid evidence that you wanted me to look up on your behalf.
How many 90-degree angles does it take to make
That
that
doesn't.
up? And you
That
say it's
that
fucking a
makes no
stupid question.
sense. That makes no sense. You don't understand geometry well enough. That's all you're
At least
doing.
Hey, at least you admit that you're doing an imaginary practice of cutting the earth in half. At least you admit that part.
That's what it's one of the things that surveyors do. Is one of the things that you do when you're doing astronomy. Is one of the things you do when you're doing celestial navigation. All these things, these practices that actually work, do that type of stuff that you think just because you don't like it or for something, but you don't like it. You don't show that it's wrong though, right? So you, on the one hand, you come in, you're like, oh, you want the reference that to the Bolivian salt flats, and you talk
No,
about the
you're the clown
DEM,
that's
and then
claiming
you don't
you
even
don't
know what the
know what you're
DEM is
talking.
that you're reading.
But
All right, so for reference, if you want, you can have a look. You can find it online if you want to have a paper copy as well of Elementary Surveying and Introduction to Geomatics by Charles Galani and Paul Wolf. I have a copy of that. It's a
Bruh, I'm
decent
hearing
book.
something weird in my headset, and I accidentally moved you, so I apologize about that. I'm here, like,
Would you
it
move?
sounds like I'm on a freaking airplane right now, like, and I'm trying to figure out why. It's got to be me. No, there's something. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, carry on.
All right. Well, Skydog here. There's the elevation profile from Kansas City to Denver. Not flat. That's the topography you're looking at, but of course that's referenced to WGS 84 ellipsoid as well. So, I mean, I love
Hey,
looking.
but hold on, wait.
Oh.
But that makes it look like a concave Earth, man. You're gonna give all these concavers a hard on.
Hey, Apox, just let them live in ignorance, dude. They're the ones that claim you can be on the apex of any type of spherical surface and still be looking upwards towards another point. They're fucking clowns, dude.
Hey, McToon, you just gave every concave Earther a boner. What's
Oh,
up,
you
man?
look down to the horizon, bud.
I think
I
it
look
was
down to the horizon.
credit to
refraction bending
Skydog.
it? Is that what's
Credit
going
to
on?
Skydog
Is refraction making it ellipsoid?
No, refraction doesn't affect the actual physical shape. So, all right. All right. Well, again,
Nobody else hears that. Nobody else is getting that.
I don't hear.
So
anything.
is this flat Earth versus ellipsoid Earth, or is this flat Earth versus sphere Earth? I can't tell what's going on.
Well, the
It's
Earth,
really hard
the
to
Earth,
figure out where
the
you're
Earth is
defending.
an ellipsoid, but sometimes people just say globe or sphere as an approximation. It depends how precise you need to be.
It's a little chubbier at the bottom.
That is like 2 or 3 meters, is it? So it's not a whole lot of difference in the bottom, but definitely it's
Right.
it's got a little chunk in the middle if you want
It's
to
the
go with
water, though, right? You have to remember, though, it's not the actual surface; it's the water that bulges. Remember, and it turns into the water. You should learn about your own model.
Oh, I do. Yeah,
Before you go
sea
out here
level.
and confuse
Sea
the
level
children.
is the metric generally.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm right
And
and you're wrong. So you
C-
need to
C
maybe
is water.
figure out what you believe and what you stand for before you come out here and preach lies and have to
I
get
didn't-
corrected
I didn't
by
say
stupid
anything.
flat earthers
I didn't
on what
s-
you actually believe.
Yeah, but I didn't say
Did
anything
you really
wrong.
think that was a gotcha? Because that wasn't even close.
That wasn't a
Hey,
gotcha.
if we need a cheerleader, we'll ask for one.
So for,
If
for
not,
reference,
he can zip his pants up now.
All right. I'll clarify again for you. The Earth is a lumpy ellipsoid. Actually, is probably a little better way of saying it than just an ellipsoid, right? They say geoid because it's actually more due to gravity. But that's a more complicated thing. Ellipsoid is fine. WGS84 is an ellipsoid. But people do sometimes just say, as an approximation, a sphere, and that's a fine, depending on how precise you need to be.
Right, just like pi. Just round it down and make it comfortable for your small, impotent brain, right?
No, you use as many digits of precision as you need. If you need 15 digits of precision, then use all 15 digits of precision that you can type in. If you need 300 digits of precision, go right ahead. It's quite uncommon, but you go ahead. Generally, for the kinds of things that most people do, 4 or 5 digits are fine for pi.
Yeah, and it's not, we don't round it down because we're scared. We round it down because it is literally impossible to display it all at once.
Exactly. And that's why that bothered you a little bit. Did that one hurt your ego?
No.
No,
Weird.
we had just a stupid argument.
Well, yeah,
We're
why?
not scared.
I mean, all it does
Round
is
them down.
just,
Even though it just keeps going, you just use that number to get a finite number,
for
right?
the
And then you round it
500
down.
people watching right now, this just demonstrates that you don't understand math. That's
What
what
does
you're
that
doing.
mean? Are you proud of 500 people?
You don't
At least
understand math.
150 of them are fucking sock accounts of yours.
Wow, that's news to me. Doesn't matter. All of these people are now enjoying, chuckling at your inability to understand math and significant figures.
And that means what?
Means you're an idiot.
Yeah.
A bunch of government cucks are chuckling inside their little cult about what they believe, and I'm supposed to be bothered by
We're
it.
all government, I guess. Well, thanks, Hammer.
No, you're a cuck for the government. You're a cuck for the official narrative.
Definitely.
And you're scared of any
when you
outside
have no
research.
evidence, tell everybody
The
that you
funny
have no
part
evidence
is
by
you guys
insulting.
claim to be the scientific
That's
research
all you
crowd,
have is
but
all you have
a
is
group of
insults.
people
When
that
you have no
step up and
evidence,
say,
you
hey,
go
this
for
doesn't
insults.
make sense. We want to research
Insult
it more.
equals
You guys
have no
shut down the
evidence.
discussion and claim
Insult
science isn't allowed to be
equals
discussed.
Earth is a
Things are
globe.
figured out. There is no
Insult
evolution. You
equals-
understand it.
Science changes all the time, you dumbass.
Except when we propose
All right.
questions, right?
All right. Can you
Yeah,
can you
everyone
actually
is
do
dumbass and
you
does
have
wrong.
any evidence?
Wrong, it doesn't
Do you have
change.
any evidence?
Inquire about it.
You have
When
any
it's
evidence
wrong,
for
it doesn't
flat Earth?
change.
All right, globe
Yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to
Globe turd,
ask
you gotta
questions
stop.
unless you believe in the model first.
All right.
You guys are a fucking cult.
Go ahead and ask a question, and if you reject the answer, then you are in the cult. What's your question?
You
Go
don't
ahead.
have any answers. You
Go ahead.
go to the
Go
cult
ahead.
for answers.
Go ahead. Where is it? You got a question? I'll
What'd
give
you
it to you.
just change?
And if you
Somebody changed
reject it-
something because it's gone now. What'd you just change?
Who?
You.
Nothing. I can't do anything here.
Yeah,
Huh?
the sad part is that all he has is the insults, and he barely
Somebody
even has
changed
those.
something because that noise is gone now.
Hey, Hammer. I don't know what's going on. Are you hammered? Have you had too much Toonshine, Hammer?
I'm on to you. I'm just gonna say that.
I wish I could mess with you. I would totally do it. But no, I don't. I use my powers for good, Hammer.
You don't have any.
That
powers.
sounded
Stop it.
totally
It's really
believable
weird.
there.
It's really weird. It's like you're just jerking
And the
yourself
creepy
off.
maniacal laugh afterwards does not make me feel.
How's that?
comfort me
Is
at
that
all.
better? That's my best maniacal laugh. All right. All right. Do you have any questions? Do you have a question for Ushco Flowers? I'll give you an answer, and if you reject it, you're in a
You
cult.
have no answers that I would inquire about.
Oh, so you said I don't have any answers, and then I give you an opportunity, and you're like, oh, nope, not going to do it. Got it.
That made zero sense. What the fuck you just said? What are you talking about?
Oh, dude.
You're having a hard time today.
Are you?
And I'm not even one of the top tier guys.
Are
That's
you
what's
hammered to two? Like Hammer?
That's the funny part. What do you want to talk about, McToon? You want to talk about some refraction?
The topic is evidence for flat
You want
Earth.
to talk about some refraction? You said
This-
refraction a second ago. You want to talk about that?
The topic is
You perked
evidence
up on
for
it. You don't
flat
like
Earth.
refraction, dude. You're running from that. Why are you running from that R word?
I have no problem with it, but the topic is evidence for flat Earth. Do you have any? Do you have any? You want to talk about the measurements of the salt flats again?
Refraction, and the lack of it.
The lack of refraction. Oh, do go ahead.
Yeah, I said it.
Go ahead. Evidence, please. Present. Bring forth the evidence. It's like a Monty Python. Bring out your dead. Bring out your evidence. Nothing. Man,
I've got an hour and 12 minutes of flat Earth evidence already accrued this evening, Nick.
Wow.
There we go.
Well, I'm confused. If there's no refraction, how does
Oh,
the sun
Jesus Christ. Here comes Australia.
Yeah, how do the sun and stars
Tell
appear
us about
refracted from the northern
zero.
stars? If there's no refraction, you can't have it both ways.
Why do you look up into the sky to make your point, Trouble About, but then jump inside the chat and tell everybody don't look in the sky to make their point?
Yeah,
You have no point other than looking in the sky. But all you do is tell people.
Why do you guys look at the ISS? Why do you look at the ISS and try to prove that that proves the flat Earth?
I haven't said a single thing about the ISS. You're the one talking about the sky again. Here you go. Let's go.
Here, Fresh Growing Flowers, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
If there's no
inside the cloud,
if there's no refraction, how do you explain the sunset?
How do you explain the sunset? The sun, like going away from you on over a horizontal plane.
Yeah, how does it go
and then
under?
converging and then slowing down below 30 degrees, as well as all the stars in the sky. And the reason why they slow down is because they're extending out over the plane. They're not going down past the horizon like you guys claim they are. And that's why you say don't make any observations below 30 degrees, because people would find out that you're fucking lying.
Wow.
No, I mean, like,
but the stars do go.
How does it appear? How does the sun appear like halfway under the horizon?
Yeah,
the exact same angular size.
It's called perspective.
It's called perspective. Well, I can do perspective. Can you walk us through it? Right? Walk us through it. Walk us through the application of perspective. How do you apply
the
perspective?
closer it gets down to the ground, right? That's where the gases are created. You know, the ones that go up to the sky that don't have any type of gravitational effect on them at the strongest measurable point of gravity, which is at the surface of Earth.
What the hell
right?
are you
So
talking
the
about?
gases come out of the Earth and expand as all gases do, and objects that are closer to the horizon being viewed through those gases at longer distance below 30 degrees are being distorted, sometimes expanded, sometimes compressed, due to the lack of or the excess of gases coming out of the surface. Isn't that
gases
crazy?
coming out of the surface. What gases come out of the surface?
So are you claiming gases are formed?
I'm just asking.
Did you not know that all gases are created
I'm asking.
You didn't know that?
Specifically, let me know what gases are you speaking of?
Why don't
gases aren't created in the Earth.
Tell me
They're
about
created in the sky.
Trouble about. Stop it, or I'm going to server mute you. Okay?
Oh shit!
Gases
Sorry,
are created in the sky.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
My fault. I unmuted you, Trouble.
All right.
Is that what's going on, McToon? You're claiming
All right.
gases are
Go ahead.
created in the sky?
I'm no, you are making a claim. I'm asking you to support your positive claim with evidence. I know it's hard for you.
You seem to be
go ahead.
ignorant of it. Do you
ahead.
have a
remember
lack of
this.
knowledge of gases
You
and
do
where
understand
they're
again
created?
that positive claims require the burden of proof.
Well, yes, thanks, Austin. So what are you talking about here? Please describe this creation of gases you're talking about.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Go ahead. What are you talking about? What are
The
you
Earth
talking about?
secretes gases, and the gases rise.
No, you
and
said-
they don't
you
have any
said-
type of downward bias until
You
they
said
get to the
create.
supposed atmosphere that you guys claim. So
You
at the
said
strongest
create.
measurable point of gravity, which is at the surface of Earth, which is, we should see the strongest effect, but we don't. But then the gases rise from there
All right,
up into
hold on.
this quote-unquote atmosphere, and then you claim out towards the Kármán line, which is the weakest measurable point of gravity for us. Then you claim there's the most effect, and now the gases are being held down to the Earth.
No.
And they're actually not only being held down, but they're actually being pulled down so much that they're creating a pressure.
Holy crap, you don't
Wow.
understand anything. Amazing that you don't understand anything. So
Wow, a
so
pressure
back
gradient
back
that's
to
created
back to
from
your
gravity
original
and
claim.
the gases in
Hold
the
on.
atmosphere that
Hold
are
on.
separated by their
Hold on.
density.
Back to
Isn't
your
that
original
weird?
claim. Back to your you said gases are created somewhere. Where are they created, and what is the process by which these gases are created?
Apparently, you said in the sky, I think is what you
No,
were
I
getting at,
did
right?
not say anything about where they were created. You did. Where are these gases created, and what is the process for which they are created?
So are we just going to keep going
Silence.
backwards every single time
Silence.
any claim is made? You're just going to stop.
You made a claim.
You're gonna
Yes,
stop the
we're going to go
conversation
back to when
because
you made
need
the
time to
claim,
analyze
and I
what the
want
claim
you to
is.
support your
And then
claim.
you're going to go back and
I
you want me to
you
give you a
support your claim.
NASA official
I want you to
citation? You want
support your claim that gases are
vernacular?
created somewhere.
You want
and
an
what is the
official citation
process?
from a university,
I
right?
want
Something
the
that affirms your point.
I want the process. I want
That's
you to
what you
explain
want,
the
right?
process by which gases are created, as you said.
You want me to
Go
give
ahead.
you a citation of
Your
something
burden of proof. And well,
from your point of view.
who has the burden of proof?
You have the burden of proof of specificity of your specific claim.
Thanks,
Sounds
Austin.
good.
So you
You
have
can't shift the burden of proof. That's called a shifting the burden of proof fallacy.
There you go. Yeah. So you said gases are created. I'm just asking, what is the process by which these gases are created?
That has nothing to do with the conversation that
well,
we're
you're the
having.
one
You're
that
just
made
trying to
this
divert
claim.
away from the topic and go further back away so you have time to have an
You're the
argument.
one that
You're a
made this
clown.
claim. I just want to
This is what you
explore
do.
this claim that you made.
You're just asking for an official citation from
I'm
something
asking
that
for
affirms
you
your
to
viewpoint,
support
and
your
that
claim.
can't happen.
Why is
That's
it
why
so
you have
weird
your little fucked
that
up 10K
why do
challenge
you
with your
think
impossible standards on it?
why do you
because
think
you're
that
a
it's
little
weird
snake.
to support your claim?
You set things up to where people
Why,
don't
why
have
is it that you are
a
so
return to it, and then
ashamed
try
of
to
your
claim some
claim
type of
that you're
victory and
running from
knowledge
it?
over them.
Why are you so ashamed of your claim that you're running
That's
from
why
it?
you're talking over what's going on, because you know. Just fucking
I'm
have the
asking
conversation.
for you to support your
Why
claim.
do you have to go and have an official citation from a
should
source
be
that
pretty
only
easy.
affirms your?
It should
and what
be.
do you want? A flat Earth citation?
I'm
You want
asking
me to
you
pull
to
up some
support your
flat Earth
claim.
citations? You're
I'm
gonna
just
accept
asking
that?
you to support your claim.
Burden of
Exactly,
proof always
you
lies with
won't.
a positive claim. When you
This
make
is
a
a
positive
joke.
claim, you have the burden of proof.
You're a joke.
You have the burden of proof to substantiate all of those specific positive claims.
There you go. Do you have any supporting evidence? Can you provide the burden of proof for gases created? What is the process by
Provide
which
your birth
gases?
proof. Show us your birth
I
certificate.
didn't
You
claim.
to be a real person.
I
Show us
didn't
your birth
claim
certificate.
that gases are created
Fucking
in
idiot.
some place. You did. Can you please expand on that? Nothing. You're running from your claim. Big mouth coward, says Sierra Echo 64.
He doesn't claim that, Steve. He claims they're made in the sky.
I made no claims about anything. You're the one making these claims. So where is gas created? What is the process that you're talking about? You got nothing. Nothing. Thank you for having nothing. Why did you make that claim? You don't have any understanding of this topic at all. You just parroted somebody, didn't you? Somebody
All
else
you
said
do.
gases were
You
created
claim people
somewhere.
don't have
You don't
understanding
understand
because you want
it.
official citations from something
I
that
want
affirms
you
your
to
view.
support your claim.
You're a coward
That's
and a
it.
snake. You know you are.
Just
You
support
try
your
to set
claim.
yourself up to be some type of knowledgeable person for your little
Just support
500
your
viewer
claim.
crowd on YouTube.
I'm just asking you to support your claim. It's not that hard.
I got
You
that
should-
many people that
you
like
should
my
jump
little
at
weed
it.
pictures online.
You should,
dude.
you
You're a
should jump
joke.
at it.
Go
You're-
get a fucking real job. Go
Go
do
ahead.
something. Quit lying to kids.
But you're the one making the claim without
the question
evidence.
That he asked, the question that he asked was not an obfuscation. It was a question that was exposing whether or not you actually knew what you were talking about.
And you got exposed. You don't know what you're talking about.
And we got our answer.
It's obvious you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have the first clue. You only are parroting somebody. Here's the thing. You said created. What? How are these gases created? You don't even know. You can't even touch that topic. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just somebody else said it, and you're like, oh, I thought whatever. So, all right. Oh, somebody's making a lot of noise. Seafoam, dude.
Do you have
That's one of your
Steve? Do you have
friends.
Steve muted?
No, he's ignoring Steve because he knows.
Steve. Who's Steve? Steve A?
Yeah.
Oh, I have him muted. Hold on.
Yeah, wow.
All right, I'll unmute him.
Yeah, I wonder why that would be.
All right. That's probably left over from last time you were on. So, all right.
Oh,
Evidence for flat
because
Earth, Steve. Evidence for flat Earth.
Yeah.
Bring forth the evidence.
Oh, evidence. Gases are formed on flat Earth. Created on flat Earth. And then they're measured on flat Earth. And then all the orbital mechanics that you guys come to find out, they're all measured from a stationary flat plane. Isn't that something, Tune?
That's a lot of
all
claims.
these measurements that you guys have are my proof for flat Earth, bro.
That's
so
a lot
you
of
already
claims.
gave them to me. You got them all. You got every damn evidence there is, because all measurements are taken from, guess what, Tune? Guess what? Go ahead. You answer for me, bro. Where are they taken from?
Your claims.
Flat plane. Yeah, thank you, bro. I love
Dude.
you, man.
People asking how drunk is Steve? The answer is yes.
How much of a coward is McToon? The answer is 100.
How much is a dumbass?
So Steve, you've made claims. Let me refer back to
Yeah,
Austin.
you guys are the ones that made them. You guys take all your measurements come from a flat plane. Every one of them. Including your orbital mechanics. Your orbital mechanics got exposed, Tune. So be careful, bro.
Oh, can I jump in on orbital mechanics? I happen to have some.
No, you can't jump in. No, you can't.
I just want Steve to back his claims. Steve, back your claims. Go ahead.
So natural gas is
it's not a claim.
Back your claims. It's a claim.
You know what a claim is.
Yeah, exactly what you did is a claim. You made a claim.
No.
So, support your claim.
It's a fact. No,
Go
a
ahead.
fact is a fact.
Support. No, you've made a claim. I can say the
No,
same
I
thing.
didn't make
Tell you
no
what,
claim.
I'll do
No,
this.
no,
Steve,
no,
Steve,
no,
you
no,
made
that's
so many
not a
claims.
claim.
That's all you've done is make claims.
Fact. Tune.
You've just made claims.
Are you deaf? Tune.
Go ahead. Make your claims again.
Here's the trick, Steve. He wants you to make an official claim and quote an official citation, because what you'll have to be doing is quoting Globe narrative. And then he's just going to make you look like a clown by quoting Globe narrative and try to get you in an I gotcha, because there is no official citation of anything that he's looking for that affirms anything but his viewpoint.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want you to
So if you pull up, even if I go and pull up how, quote unquote, everyone agrees with gases are formed, which is at the surface, whether you like it or not, it's going to be, oh, well, you believe this because that's the globe model then, right?
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke. He has no MO other than being a snake.
All right. So
being a dumbass.
Standard procedure for a debate is the person making the claim has the burden of proof to support their claim. I mean, this isn't a very complex thing. Here I have something called the Debater's Guide, page 22.
Yeah, that's why you're reacting.
Page 22. The burden of proof is the primary role.
And you just lay back and make everybody prove everything.
Listen up.
Listen up. They don't give you a citation.
Listen up, people scared to me. Hey, listen up. The Debater's Guide, page 22. The burden of proof is the primary role of any argument or debate. It first requires the affirmative to bear the burden of proving the proposition. Subsequently, it requires every speaker to support every assertion made by that speaker, because any assertion must be supported by proofs. Those who assert must prove is a fundamental and long-standing rule of every debate. The Debater's Guide, page 22. So, do you have supporting evidence for your claims?
For R. You got any evidence for R? Because that's I took everything from R, right? R. Right? Because it was measured flat, right?
Pirate?
R was measured flat, right? That's my evidence.
There's another claim. That's another claim. Don't you see that?
Yeah, no. That's how you guys did it. What do you mean?
You're just making more claims.
That's how you measure the Earth.
So you claim.
My God.
Show the process.
Show the process. Take measurement off a flat plane.
Show the process.
Have you never done that?
Go ahead. Show the process.
My God, Tune.
You have the burden of proof. Why don't you? Why are you so scared to support your claim?
Have you ever ran a survey transit?
Steve, why don't you support your claim with evidence? You don't have any evidence. That's why you refuse to support your claim with evidence.
No, you got to have a flat baseline.
You are exposed as a person making a
You
claim
can't
with
expose me.
no
You can't
evidence
expose
for
me.
it.
No, you can't expose me, son.
You have been, because you've made claims and are refusing to support them. Yeah.
No.
Well, then support your claim. Should be easy.
I didn't make no claim.
Yes, you did. You made a long series of claims. That's all you did. But I got a picture of you.
I never make claims. I got a number one. I only have one rule. Never make a claim.
Well, you failed. Apafina posted a video of you right now.
Well, you mean to tell me gases formed at ground level is a claim?
That is a claim, yes. But he said created, in fact. I'm curious about the process for creation of these gases.
Do you have a problem with that word creation? Bothers you, doesn't it? You don't like creation, do
I
you?
just want a process.
Yeah, that could be a trigger word.
Yeah, it's a trigger word for sure. He doesn't like creation. He wants to say made, even though it says nothing was made that was not made. But go ahead.
You don't know me very well, do you? Anyway.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. You don't know me.
You're a tune. You dubbed yourself a cartoon. I'm a
Are you actually claiming to be a Christian, Fresh Grown Flowers?
I've never claimed to be a Christian.
Yeah. Mr.
I've
Potty
never
Mouth
claimed to
here.
be a Christian
No
in my
fruit on
life,
the
buddy.
tree guy. No fruit on the tree guy here. Making claims like that, right?
From the cartoon character.
Yeah. So anyway,
grown man that labels himself a cartoon character.
Yeah. So Steve, I'm still curious if you can support your claims. Yeah. Can you support your claims? Your claims.
Just told you. I just. What is
Come on,
wrong
drunk.
with you?
Come on, drunk grandpa. You've made so many claims.
I did not make a claim.
Yeah, now you're claiming that you didn't make a claim. Dude, your claim that you didn't make a claim is obviously false.
I'm going to make a claim. I'm going to make a claim. I'm going to make a claim. My claim is I didn't make a. My claim is I didn't make a claim.
Well, there's another unsupported claim that everybody watching can obviously see is false. But drunk grandpa, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
How much money are you gonna?
The views are going down. He's got to go, guys. He's down below 300 viewers. Time
It's
for him
actually
to log off.
623 right now.
His residuals are capping out at $5 a day at this point. There's no point for him to be on here anymore.
623 right now. It's
Illuminati confirmed.
Ooh wee, 623.
Holy cow!
What could I do?
Release
with all of
the
that?
heart.
Citation, please.
Oh, all right. You want a citation? Well, unlike you,
Where do gases formed at?
unlike you, I can support my claims. Here, I'll put it in the chat there for
Claim
you.
it.
You said gases are claimed at ground
There
level.
you go.
So
Concurrent
show me
viewers
that claim.
627. Look at that. Thanks, everybody.
Claim it.
All right.
What's your claim about gases, McToon?
I'm asking you to support your claim.
I'm asking you what your claim is.
I didn't make the claim. You did. That's a
I want you to
classic
make one though.
classic reversal of burden.
Let's find a common ground of communication. What's your
Here,
claim about gases?
I'll send it again. Your logical fallacy is burden of proof. You've attempted to reverse it. You said you made the claim that gases are created at ground level.
You're
I'm
not
asking you
following
for the
rules.
process.
You are not following the rules, McToon.
The rules.
You just read the damn rules to us. Now,
What-
God, if you're not going to follow the rules, we're not going to either.
What rules? Evidence for flat Earth is the rules. Of course,
All
you
right.
can't follow the rules. It's
All right,
tongue in
let's
cheek.
start-
I post
let's start
that rule as tongue in cheek because I know you won't have any, and you've proven me right over and over. Thank you, both of you.
I know.
For showing that I'm right. I love being right.
I already gave it to you.
You.
All measurements are taken from a flat Earth.
That's a claim.
That's a fact.
That's a claim.
Of life.
That's a claim. Right
Even
there.
you. Oh yeah. No.
Saying
No,
no
that's how
doesn't
they do
make it
it.
stop being a claim. That's a claim. Support your claim. You can't run away.
You can't deny
Run
that.
away.
No, you can't deny
Run
physics.
away.
You can't do that.
Run away.
Drunk
Okay,
MC
tell you
tune.
what, fresh grown flowers, I will make the claim that gases exist.
Oh, you're running. You're running.
Yep.
You
He's
little
running.
coward.
There you go.
running.
Gases exist. So, but you don't know.
exist.
But you don't know how
That's all
gases
you're
are
claiming is
formed,
gases exist.
and you don't know
That's
the
your claim?
processes by which the gases on the Earth have come to be. Do you?
How do they exist?
No.
You have the burden of proof. You claim they exist.
What
How do they
kind?
exist? Prove they
And
exist.
what kind are they? How do you know what kind they are, too?
Yeah,
We'd like
prove
to know
they
that.
exist.
Oh, yes, I do realize how drunk they sound. Now, I don't
Yeah.
know if Fresh Grown Flowers is drunk, but drunk Grandpa is definitely drunk. Steve A, right? Steve A. There you go.
Yeah.
The epic diagram here. Love this. That's from when Sin Cleanser was pulling it up the other week. Oh my goodness! I'm a Sky Hunter. If you weren't here at the beginning. If while you guys regroup, I'll give you a second to regroup. I got these. These came today or yesterday, so I will be soldering maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Oh man, I hope you got fun. I hope you have fun.
I shall. All right. Oh, the cat in there. Nice.
Even
All right.
get in there, bro.
So while
Yeah, man. So I wanted to let you know, MC. I got a whole new YouTube setup just for debates. It's called Medicinal Mass Debates, MMD. I know you don't like MDD, but maybe we can hook up a couple debates on that for you.
What's MDD that I don't like?
Oh, you do, modern day debate.
Oh, yes. I thought it was a drug reference for a second. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, my experience with drugs was in 7th grade when a kid blew secondhand pot smoke in my face and I got dizzy. That's it.
That doesn't count.
That
doesn't count.
So people have said, but I thought I was pretty
That explains
tough.
why you're so retarded.
I thought it's pretty
Your
tough.
brain didn't have time to develop. You stunted your intelligence, you fucking moron.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The same thing.
It's a bit ironic from fresh grown flowers.
It does.
What are you talking about? I grow flowers. What is that? Why?
Oh yeah.
I don't have a fucking weed symbol
We've seen
on
the
my
flowers you
server
grow.
like
What
you
color? What color are these flowers?
Fucking clown.
Are they purple? Are they purple? I bet they're purple.
Some of them are purple and orange.
It's way too aggressive for
yellow,
somebody that's growing
and
weed
red.
anyways.
do. I got begonias bigger than your cock, boy.
Good, I got a pretty big begonia.
You go.
Honestly,
you go.
I just got a stem cut from my neighbor, and we've been growing it over the summer, and
Nobody
he got it
cares.
in just the right
Yeah.
spot.
Don't
He got
get
some
cares.
beautiful green and red leaves, man.
I hope it dies. I hope a bird
You got-
shits on it.
You got
All right.
a claim of that?
So for reference here, so I should have said it earlier. Next Tuesday, I would Bob the Science Guy and I are looking for 2 people that want to do a 2v2 debate. So myself
Major
and Bob
of the
the
Earth?
Science Guy, and so Bob, you're here. Say hi, Bob.
You're gonna shoot
What are you
radar off the
debating?
sun?
What are you debating, McToon?
Yeah, let's find a topic, and I'm gonna
Dealer's
let's
choice.
set something up, McToon. Let you pick the topic. I'll do my little background. You do yours, and I'll take you on. You fucking
Well,
coward.
no, it's a 2v2 is what I'm looking for here. So myself
No,
and Bob
you don't,
against.
I don't need the cheerleader. It can be 2v1. How about that?
No,
Pussy.
I think it's
Dang,
better,
he
but
wants to take both of you on at once.
yeah.
You and your friend. I don't care. Bring your girlfriend.
Dude, what-
It don't mean nothing.
Hammer, he's just gonna bring another measurement that references the globe, isn't he? Poor guy. All right. Anyway, if anybody wants to do 2v2, myself and Bob, contact me on Discord here.
Me and Steve versus you and Bob.
Did he?
How drunk will Steve be?
It doesn't matter.
Dude, Steve, what
Don't worry about character
where does
assassination.
Steve
Just focus on
where
the
does
topic.
Steve live that he's so
You
drunk?
better
right
be
now?
Coward and
prepared.
focusing on character assassination. Just focus on the topic.
Can't handle the truth, son.
I can't handle the secondhand smoke from 7th grade shop class. That's for sure.
I can tell.
We
How was
can
your
tell.
teacher doing that to you? It was in shop class. Did he do anything to
No,
you?
it's one of the other. It's one of the other kids.
Did something
Some
else
people
happen to
never
you that you need to
recover.
get off your chest?
Alyssum says he'll debate on which aircraft manufacturer is better, Boeing or Airbus.
Oh God!
I have no.
You guys don't even know
I don't care
how they work.
All right. Well,
you don't even know what is God's engine, MC Tune?
What is God's engine?
Yes.
Your question is what is God? G-O-D. What is God's engine?
He doesn't believe in God.
Energy.
Oh, you don't know me.
Oh, you don't know me
Seriously?
in my 500 viewers.
Seriously. Like,
what'd you say? Did you answer?
You're gonna come in here. You're gonna start saying things about me. You don't know anything about me. I don't know. What do you think about that, Rock? Yeah.
Who's God? Wait a minute.
The Rock.
Do you know physics?
The Rock
You're
thinks you're
claiming
crazy
physics.
too. I'm familiar with physics. Yes.
Well, which motor is God's?
Dude,
Is that over your head?
I think you must.
What's the
are
most
you on?
efficient?
Are you on shrooms as well as?
Free energy.
Well,
we're talking free energy right now. It's over your head.
There's
But
no free
like
energy.
God would make the best engine. What's the best engine? Come on, Tune. You know physics. Come on, bro.
What's the best engine? I would say. Okay.
Disrespectful coward. You never heard of respecting your elders?
All right. Let's see. The best engine. How about the V10 that's in the Dodge Viper?
How about the jet turbine? You know what I'm saying, bro? You savvy when I'm talking? You feel me? Can you feel where I'm coming from? God's
Carnot
engine.
cycle is the most efficient.
God's
I think it's
engine.
the F1.
Which one? Was
F1.
most efficient?
I don't
F1
know.
that Apollo had.
All right. So what's your point there, Stevie baby?
Well, a lot of people like to claim free energy, and I kind of like to let them know, at least you're pretty damn close with a jet turbine.
Okay.
Rocket engines are better.
Oh, yeah, right. Hey, how about that physics? Let's talk about that physics, huh? You guys ever?
All right, drunk grandpa. Let's hear it.
You think you got any type of video that you could prove, like make a claim with rockets landing vertical? Could you do that for me?
I saw one myself.
Oh,
I was there
the hell you said.
myself.
Oh, I mean, there's like videos everywhere I look on YouTube. I'm so impressed, but some of them aren't very good.
That's
like
right.
to see a really good
That's
one.
right, Steve.
Huh?
There's videos all over the place on YouTube. That's a good boy.
You think that's physical possible to land a rocket vertical? Physics guy?
No issues with it.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
no issues with physics. Rocket landing vertical. I got you.
I mean, I was there.
How about gas? So we don't know anything about gas pressure. That doesn't start at the ground level. What is it?
Go. I don't know what you're getting at there, drunk grandpa. But you go.
Well,
you go, Gramps.
It's physics. We all like physics. Not a book, right?
It has
Not a
nothing to
book.
do with that. It's just
Yeah,
what
it's
it
not-
just
yeah,
has to
right.
do with the thrust
Nothing to
that
do with the book.
engine creates.
Yeah, nothing to
just
do with the book.
thrust.
Exactly right. You're,
All right.
you're correct.
All right.
I agree with you.
Hop to it there, drunk grandpa.
Yeah, but you can't land a rocket vertical. So I'm just letting you guys know what a
Oh,
clowns
well-
you are
well,
for even
I can-
thinking that, right? All you guys that believe you landed on the moon, that's the same
You don't even
process.
have
You
a
can't land
problem
on the moon with a
What's the
rocket,
problem
boys.
with it?
Tell you what,
What's-
Steve.
what's
All
the
right.
problem?
You made a
All
claim.
right.
You made
All
a
right,
claim.
You haven't
Steve.
established the problem
Take a
yet.
look
All
at
right,
that
hold
little
on.
video, that
Hold
little
on.
joke video you
All
guys
right.
got.
All right.
You haven't established the problem.
All right,
Yeah, I'm done for
Globe
the
Turd
night, you guys.
Society. Hold on. All right,
You guys are
drunk
slow on the
grandpa.
uptake.
Drunk
You're a
grandpa.
little slow on the uptake.
Hold on, drunk grandpa. You're gonna have to stop for a second. All right, my turn to talk. Okay. I personally witnessed a rocket landing vertically. I can support my claim. Unlike you, I'm not scared to support my claim.
You're a liar.
I just put a video. I just put a
Exactly what
video
I'm saying.
of it in there. And let's see here. If you go to like a minute 50, you could from then on you can watch
Rocket land.
the rocket land
Yeah, I
vertically.
know.
Yep.
They're all over YouTube. Everywhere I look.
Yep, there's videos all over YouTube, little buddy. Good
Oh,
job.
yeah, it's like It's like cinematography, right? Beautiful color, all of it. Man, it's awesome.
I was there, so it wasn't cinematography. I was actually there. I felt the sonic boom in my chest. So
how come you guys always do double standards? What's up with that?
What do you mean double standards? I asked you for evidence. You provided none. I made. Then on the other hand, I made a claim, and I'm supporting it with evidence. I have it going on my channel right now. So there you go. I'll post it again. There you go. There's the video. Jump to about 10 minutes. Let's see, 18 minutes. About somewhere in there.
Rocket landing vertical.
Yeah, rocket.
They didn't always go perfectly either. They didn't always go perfectly.
No, not always. But this one went very well. I'm watching it right now. The video that I live streamed myself when I was there in Florida. Watched the rocket land vertically myself. Felt the sonic boom in my chest. I was there. Yeah, there's hundreds of people watched it at the same time. It was pretty cool. I filmed it with my iPhone camera. Other people next to me filmed it with better cameras than mine. Got the same video, the same rocket. It's pretty awesome.
That must have been.
So there you go.
That must have been.
Was that a successful landing tune? Was that a successful one?
A what? Was that a what phone?
Successful one.
A successful launch and landing?
Land.
Yes. Yes, it was. There it is.
All of the landings back at the Cape were successful.
Yep. so there you go. Rockets can land vertical.
Messed one up was out on the boat.
Oh my God, you guys are.
Yeah, the only failures were out on the boat.
All right, so
Okay.
So now I've shown my supporting. So here, this is a little lesson for you, little Stevie.
Oh, you got me. You got
so
me.
So when you make a claim,
again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, too, man. You got me again, bro.
What you do, Stevie? You make a claim, and then you follow up that claim with evidence.
I still have a question. Can I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
You got me. You got me on that one. Okay, but now here's the question, right?
That's a good boy.
Oh shit.
Steve, did you watch the video though? Did you even watch the video?
No, I didn't fucking watch it. Do I need to? Did you watch it, Hammer?
Yeah, I was just going through it a little bit. I could show it on screen.
I've watched 1,000 of them. I have never seen one. Okay, right, so do I need to watch?
It doesn't actually show the rocket landing. Yeah, exactly. You don't ever actually see the rocket landing.
It's already bullshit. I wasn't going to jump him about it. I was going to let them have their little fun.
I supported my claim.
That's bullshit.
You have not. All right. Well, all right. Go ahead. You had a question, Stevie.
I have an important question. Come
on, little Stevie.
Claim of gases existing.
Come on, Stevie. What's your question?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Modern day science, right? Fancy cameras, right? And then it's so crazy, man. I mean, I want to watch these things with these crazy fancy cameras, and boom, man, they don't do it. It's like, okay, here's a picture, and they don't even, like, even when they go to launch the rockets, right? Like I tell you guys, these things are total BS, you little rocket space monkeys. If you take a look at them, then it's just not real. See, you gotta give me some action with real cameras, and quit bullshitting me. I don't know why you guys let them get away with that type of shit. I want to see real rockets.
I mean, you could also look in the chat. A bunch of people are posting.
All different, right? You know, and all of them are different. And then they, what you think a little fin, like when those little fins flopping down, you think that's going to save that rocket, huh? Control it. You guys sure you know about physics? Are you sure?
Yeah. So, all right. So you had a question. Were you going to ask a question?
Well, the cameras. I mean, don't you think it's a little questionable that you guys never really give me camera angles and really halfway decent photography? I mean, I can't understand what's wrong with you guys. Really.
I mean, Sky Hunter posted a pretty.
You're hiding something.
Sky Hunter posted a really nice one.
The second one that Sky Hunter posted is even more hilarious. Steve, it's got a whole bunch of cuts, and right before it lands, it's like at an angle, and then it cuts.
and it's like higher above the ground and it's straight up and down. It's hilarious, bro.
Oh
All right.
God.
So
But that's real to them, you know. They believe it.
Yeah, physics.
I
We
mean,
love
people,
physics.
thousands and thousands of people go there and witness it themselves.
Yeah,
I am one
I
of
know
them.
it.
I saw it with my own eyes. So
I know it.
So here's the
I
problem.
believe it.
Here's the problem for you. You are making flat earthers look like fools by claiming that this thing that literally millions of people now have personally witnessed didn't
I'm
happen.
not a flat earther. Why? What makes you think I'm a flat earther?
Of course, you're a flat earther.
All right.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, I think
Wow.
you're making people look a little foolish by claiming you saw something that you didn't really see. Is what I think you're doing there.
Are really going there with that? I mean, literally millions of
Not
people
only do
have
you see
witnessed
them,
it.
you feel them in your chest. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've ever seen like top fuel dragsters.
You feel them
or
in your
anything like
chest.
that.
Yeah, you feel
Top
the
fuel
sonic
dragsters
booms.
are nothing
Feel
compared to
them in your
rockets.
chest.
Top fuel dragsters are nothing compared to rockets.
Yeah. So just
And if you've
denying
ever seen
this,
top fuel dragsters, those are crazy.
just denying this isn't a good look. But do please go on. I am completely in support of you making flat earthers look more ridiculous than ever
I'm
by
not
claiming
denying
that this
it. I mean,
thing
I
that
looked at
millions
your
of people
video.
have witnessed
I'm
personally
sorry, I
didn't happen.
We'll just let you
That's your claim.
continue waffling on with your posturing and whatnot. I'm not denying anything. I mean, I watched your video. I watched it, and it's clear that, you know, even in the video that you have to extremely zoom in, you cannot see the rocket landing. Yes or no? So unless your
in the
eyes
video-
are equipped
Now
with
the problem
further
is
zoom than that camera has, McToon, I don't see how you can claim just because you saw something that you think was a rocket come down and then it disappeared behind whatever the fuck, you can't even see it anymore. I don't know how you're going to claim that you saw something land. You're how far away from it again?
So a few miles away, but you
A
can
few
see that.
miles away.
Yeah, you can
And
see
so
that. You can see the top
personally
of the
saw
rocket.
This rocket hit the fucking landing pad, is what you're telling your audience.
Of course, the problem is because it's a few miles away, and I'm right above. I'm right off the shore, and the island that it's landing on doesn't have a high elevation either. So the curvature of the Earth blocks the bottom of the rocket. It's a bit of a problem for you.
That's cute how you just conflated elevation and curvature. That was nice. How you guys used to say that flat earthers couldn't
No.
differentiate the two, but you guys so often conflate the two. That's amazing, McToon.
So the
Continue
reason
on with that,
yeah,
my friend.
the reason
Well,
why
once
the
again,
reason why I
and
brought up
also,
elevation.
Thank you for
Hold on,
admitting
hammer.
that you did not actually see the rocket land at all.
I
with
did
your own
see the
eyes,
rocket,
like you tried to
but I
admit. You
didn't
just
see the base
went
of
ahead
it.
and reversed your claim once again.
Yeah,
It's
I
that
could not
simple,
see the
McToon.
base of
Thank
it.
you.
And the reason why I can't see the base of it is because the Earth is curved. That's why I could not see the base.
The
I can
latest
see the top.
image I posted, why is the horizon so high in the latest image I posted?
No
With
idea.
the rocket launching, if you look.
No idea of the elevation of the camera.
If the Earth is a globe and it's curving down and the horizon far away from you is lower than the ground level of the observer, why is the horizon so high? How is the horizon higher than the rocket?
If you were to measure
we
that,
want
there
an-
would
Camera, you don't know. There's no metric on how the
I know
angle of the
you
camera.
were a concave guy, maybe, but I'm just going to reiterate
dude,
that McToon had to reverse his claim of actually seeing that rocket.
I saw the
And
rocket.
he
I'm not reversing
elevation
any
and
claim.
curvature. Thank
I
you.
saw the
just wanted
rocket.
you to
Hammer.
note that.
I didn't reverse my claim. I saw the rocket. I saw the rocket land with my own eyes. Why is that a problem for you?
But I
Thousands of
thought you said
people
the
saw it at the
curvature
same
of the
time.
Earth was. I thought you just said the curvature of the Earth was blocking the island, so you couldn't
Block-
actually see it land. So
blocked
now,
the bottom.
So which one was it? And
It
you're
blocked
gonna
the
have
bottom.
you have to
I saw the
really
top of the rocket after it
clarify
landed,
this.
not the bottom. Yeah. Why is that a problem? I saw the rocket land, but the bottom of the rocket was obstructed by the curvature of the Earth. That doesn't help you, Hammer. Oh my gosh. Huh. People are saying it's buffering, but I'm seeing 6,000 kilobits per second.
Yeah, it's probably the government cutting in. They're probably cutting in
Definitely.
after the feed because they don't like when you get destroyed by the hammer.
Yeah, so and I was there with Now the day before, Reds Rhetoric and Astronomy Live were there, but the launch got scrubbed and they couldn't come back. But there was that giant one. I forgot the name of the place that does it, but they go to all the launches. They have this huge trailer mounted camera that's on a motorized. So and they live streamed it too, or at least maybe they didn't live stream. I don't know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
So now that I've got you here, I just was curious if you guys realize also that by asking for evidence of a flat Earth, you're essentially conceding you have none for the globe. Thank you.
No.
Hour and a half of flat
No.
Earth evidence accumulated from Mick Toon sitting in here and asking, where is it, right? Where's the flat Earth evidence? And as you cite Witsit multiple times, right, and you sit in here and you do the thing where, I'm not going to make any claims, right? I'm not going to make any claims because I don't want to support my claims that I have, right? I just want to come into a flat Earth server and laugh for entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Shitty entertainment that you provide, but nonetheless, it's been a wonderful evening.
Tell you what,
Toon.
I'll do a poll. How about that? Quality of the entertainment. How about that, right?
It's been good.
We got excellent.
And,
we got meh, and then we got yours. What was the word you want to use for yours? Hammer? I'll use your word. There you go. Quality of entertainment. We got the three choices there. But yes, I do appreciate, Hammer, that you did it. We got 9 minutes left. If anybody has any evidence for flat Earth, and no, asking for evidence is just a tongue-in-cheek way of just kind of poking at you a little bit.
Yeah, it's a concession. You guys have nothing, right? The debate's been over for a long time.
I agree. The debate's been over for about 2,500 years.
There is no debate anymore, right? The Earth is absolutely 100% flat, level, stationary.
But you don't have any evidence for it, Hammer.
It's known. It's known.
I don't know. I got a quick question for you.
Who's
here,
this? Who's this?
Globe
Turd Society.
This is Globe Turd Society.
Okay.
I'm going to share a picture in the chat right now. This is a little diagram that I drew up. Because I've always been perplexed by sunlight hitting the underside of clouds, and we all agree sunlight hits the underside of clouds.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Correct?
Yeah.
Well, I drew up a little diagram here that, here we go, compares both, and I just want to know how far over to the right can that sun get? I mean, how far over does to the right does that sun have to get for it to start shining on the underside of those clouds?
Yeah,
I might have to click on it to make it bigger.
Yeah, I got it. I got it up on screen. That's a great question. I've never gotten an answer to that question from.
And then the circle on the top left there is where on Earth the sunlight coming in parallel hits the underside of clouds.
Yeah. And I've seen people ask for diagrams that support it, but none do. So yeah, here's one of the pictures.
We have a recent graduate of DMOX Art School, I see.
It is, yes.
All right.
I'm not much of a artiste.
There's one. There's a picture. Let's see.
But it's just very basic, though. It's like we observe the sunlight hitting the underside of the clouds. We know that the sun is way above the clouds. I don't think that.
Well, I mean,
anybody here would disagree that the sun is way above the clouds.
Some flat earthers think that the sun is literally in the clouds. I don't know how that could happen. That wouldn't make sense, but
yeah.
I've seen many of the on Facebook. They love to post memes saying that the crepuscular rays show something. But here's one from Stan Trucker. Thank you, Stan Trucker. Look at that. Look at that. How is it? Anybody?
Globe Turd, I have a question for you.
Yes.
No answer.
What frequency of light is that glow?
That's 24 schmegahertz.
Welcome to flat Earth. That's exactly what we would have expected.
I got no clue. I'm not a genius, but there are things that are, pretty basic if you think about them.
Like seen and unseen light, and maybe
Yeah, of
different
course.
colors
Seen and
having
unseen.
different frequencies that give us this measure.
But if the sun is above the clouds, how is it shining directly onto the underside of clouds?
Well, there's a different color under the clouds than above the clouds, right?
That doesn't help you, though. It doesn't help you.
Well, you're seeing a different scattering effect, right?
No. All right. The Concaver posted the Flat Earth Society's position that the light is accelerating upward. They call it universal acceleration, UA, EA, electromagnetic acceleration. They claim Pete Savarier and Tom Bishop over at the Flat Earth Society. They claim that this one that Concave goofball just posted, that light bends upward. How it does that and where it's been measured, never been measured, and there's no plausible mechanism. But they have blind faith in it. I love it. Sin Cleanser, what frequency is blue light?
It's on the spectrum, as we would say.
Who's on the spectrum?
We can't get into that, but the electromagnetic spectrum would have some sort of way of figuring it. I think we'd be able to figure it out.
I think aeroplane flight patterns would prove flat Earth or the globe, wouldn't it? One way or the other.
Oh, that'd be a good one, yeah. Flat Earthers, there's an idea. I mean, we're coming up with ideas for you, Flat Earthers, left and right.
Well, I don't know how much time you have, but we have already established that we have the first model, and it's a flat Earth model. We have
what's her name, and where does she do her modeling?
Well, you may know her by many different names, but
all right,
it goes back from the beginning of time, from the beginning of history.
Okay, I'm anxious to see the model. Does it include maps?
It includes the stars, which might be interesting.
It sounds amazing. So interesting.
Okay, what do you think the first model was? Do you know what we know? We actually know the name of the first model.
Claudia Schiffer.
No.
She probably wasn't the first.
I mean,
there's probably others before her. Yeah, I mean, some people say Cindy Crawford, but I was never, not for me.
Let me see if I can dig it up.
Yeah, what model? I don't know. This is an interesting one. Nerd Alert says dinosaurs were genetically modified by the fallen angels, just like the Nephilim. Says
Absolutely
Gary
true.
Wybenga. Says Gary Wybenga.
Hold on. Actually,
Wow.
whoever said that, kudos to you, because I'm quoting the model of those people.
Of those, who are those people?
That. We may know them as the ancient Anunnaki, but they're the Sumerians who lived in what we call modern-day Eden, or Mesopotamia.
Modern day
They developed
Eden.
the first flat Earth model.
We don't call it modern day Eden. We call it modern day Mesopotamia.
Well, I mean, we still call it Eden, right?
Not modern. It's not modern day. Modern day would be what they call it today, Mesopotamia.
It's the modern version of Eden, modern day.
Oh yeah, Sierra Echo 64 says Christine Brinkley. Good call. Good call.
All right, McToon, you ready for the most accurate flat Earth model that has been proven time and time again, because it is the model of time in and of itself. And
Proven. All right. Well, proven is a
claim.
claim. Sin Cleanser. Proven is a claim. So, all right, go. Let's see it.
All right. If you avert your eyes to the main text chat, you are going to see the most accurate flat Earth model that has ever existed in mankind's history.
That one there.
It's actually from the people who gave us history.
Is that the largest copy you can find?
Well, there you go. There you go. There's I don't know how you got that, Riggs, but I gotta save that.
It's tiny.
Well,
There
Riggs
are
posted
Riggs.
another one. It's a little bit more crisp.
Okay, so where is where's North America on this model?
This is as you can tell. Let's just start with the basics. Let's just set the
Isn't-
framework. This is a
Isn't that
flat
the thing
Earth
at
model,
Chinese food
right?
places? That's the thing at Chinese food
Before the
places.
Chinese, there was Adam and Eve.
Dude,
and
I went to a
Sumerians.
Chinese restaurant the other day and it had this one here.
Well, they probably
Yep.
copied it.
Yeah.
Actually, we
It
know
was a
that they did.
placemat.
So
Yeah,
did
it's the placemat.
The Mayans and stuff.
Oh, Tim Davidson says Kathy Ireland. Another excellent choice. Good model. But I don't think any of these are flat Earth models.
Well, you can tell that it's flat like a wheel, and it's probably the most accurate model that we have. Sir
There's a
Isaac
rocket
Newton,
landing.
the Jesuit, was completely obsessed with it, and
all right.
he
You
gave
see that
guys
rocket
everything.
landing
Sky model, isn't it? It's a model
Got a
of the
rocket
sky.
landing
not the
pad right in the
ground.
middle of it.
Well, in the middle is Nibiru, or we won't get into that. It's too much to get into. But
All right. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the answer to the question. Where's North America on this model?
think of yourself in the middle.
Myself.
Actually, you can really, it doesn't even really matter where you're at on it. It's just flat, and it's a wheel, and there's no ball necessarily involved.
Well, if this is the best model ever, what a failure.
Welcome to Flat Earth. Look, it doesn't even need to be a
There.
ball.
Thank
and
you,
it can
thank you,
still be
Seafoam.
completely understood in a
Thank
Flat
you,
Earth
Seafoam.
paradigm.
You have appropriately labeled the diagram. Very nice.
Epic. Hey, it's the first model of all time.
So using this supposed model, how do you determine the amount of fuel that you need to load into your plane if you're going to fly from Sydney, Australia to Los Angeles on this model?
Well, you'd have to know how to count.
I think you use Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Do you start in Scorpius
its...
and then where's LA? Is LA in Aries?
Cancer.
Well, you have to. Okay, we need a concession.
LA is definitely in
This is
Cancer.
not a ball. This is a flat map. This is a model. This is a map of the sky. This is not a map of the Earth. So we have.
This
we have
is
Globe
a
all
map
time
of
ask us
exactly
about
nothing.
Star rotations and how do the stars work on a flat, plane.
Dude,
this is precisely.
Come on, Edgar Allan. This is a map of nothing.
This is the map of reality as we know. This is the map of the heavens, and it
Edgar
only
Allan.
works.
This is not a map.
It's a map of the sky. It's
No,
actually
it's not.
Not even. You're right. It's not a map. It's a calendar.
Thank you.
Even more precise.
Thank you. Now this Taylor Tots. I love that Taylor Tots. Oh my gosh. All right. There's Epic J has that looks familiar. All right. Well,
Are those gummy worms?
Gummy worms that what? That Glober Mom posted? Yeah, it looks like gummy worms that the turtle's eating as the boats fly off the edge of flat Earth.
Oh yeah.
MC,
I didn't
would you
even
be
notice
able
the turtle
to?
eating them.
Would you be able to use your Glober understanding to try to refute the first model?
What model again was it that you're talking? The one that you
that
posted.
flat one that spins turns like a wheel.
Yeah, the one that you agreed already that is not a map.
Well, it's map of the sky. I mean, you can use.
But
that
it's
to
not
tell
a
the
map
sky.
of the sky either.
You guys like celestial navigation, except when I give you guys the flat Earth perfect model.
Dude.
Like, this is by
That
far
thing.
the
That
most
thing was
ancient,
created. That thing was created by people on a globe looking at the sky.
No, it wasn't. It
gosh.
was actually given to us
Alright.
by the ones who came from heaven.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Yeah.
I got about as much proof
All right.
of that as you do of your
Thank
claim.
Well, you probably should flip open that old book and look right there in Genesis. And
Well, it doesn't
might
explain the
describe it in
southern
great
wheel.
detail that you might just, not even appreciate.
It doesn't explain why there's two wheels in the sky, not one.
Well, that one wheel is all you need, because that one will accurately describe every age and even the dates down to the very
How does it do
down
that?
to days. I mean, you can.
Had the
really-
Mayans been to the southern hemisphere? Had Mayans been south?
How does it do that?
They went down to South America.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and did the
And
Mayans
then I
get
think it was
to
Journey
Australia
that wrote
too?
a great song about it.
Did the Mayans get to Australia too?
No, I think the Chinese were over there though.
Sounds legit.
The
All right. Well,
Chinese, those guys are everywhere.
all right. Well, You've been poing it up very nicely, Sin Cleanser. Thank you for that. I'm sure people are very happy for the poing.
Let the record show there was no rebuttal to this ancient flat Earth truth. So the wisdom of flat Earth is profound and unmatched, even today.
Oh, there was definitely a rebuttal. I said it was made by people that were on a globe looking at the sky. That is the
And
rebuttal.
you have no citation to validate that claim.
I mean, that
So
is
play the clip. MC,
that is
play the clip of
significantly
Witsit.
more
Play the clip of Witsit,
on point
MC.
than Steve A. Drunk Grandpa. All right, well, I'm gonna.
It's not a valid argument, Globe.
All right, I'm gonna
it's
tell
not
you
a
what.
valid argument.
Okay.
I mean, so far that is the only attempt actually
Made
to
another
do
claim
anything.
you can't back up.
Oh, shots fired! Oh!
I see. Here's the thing. One more point, and I'm done with this. I validated the flat Earth truth with
How?
archaeology, with religion, with language, with the calendar, with the marking of every instance of time down to the very beginning of history.
Sure, you did, Edgar Allan.
And I gave you evidence from Holy Scriptures that were not very. You guys didn't respond well to any of the truths of those. So I just got to stay. It's uncontested so far. So I think let the record show that we've done it again.
All right, this research concave Earth. There's a lot of concavers that use probably there's not a lot of concavers. I should not say that. There's a small number of concavers, and sometimes they use different names. Research concave Earth. Have I spoken to you before? I don't recognize you by your profile here. Jimi Hendrix 4122 545 is your name there in your profile. But you should definitely come on here. This would be funny. No space comma. Focus on flat Earth though. Space comma. I'll take care of chat. All right. What the crap you're talking about? But here I'm gonna send you a message, and then I'd like you to come on. Bring your derp on sometime. There you go. Sent you a message. Let's set something up.
Is it Glory? Glory's the only concave Earth left.
Yeah,
isn't
dude,
he?
he's actually the real deal. Research concave. If you may not know what you're getting yourself into, but because this guy is for real about it. Like that would be crazy if you.
Yeah, I've heard you talk big like that so many times in Cleanser, and it's usually
No,
and it's,
Charlie. He's
it's
on mute
never,
right now. He's server muted,
it's
but we can
never
take him off
got
and we can get him.
anything. I love it. So, all right. It's
Hey,
Glory Hole says Dissipate Chill. Clip that chat message for. All right, hold on. Chatbox Travel's coming up there. Research Concave Earth. Twitch says the asylum is nothing but pose. I don't know. I mean, Drunk Grandpa sounds like he's serious, right? Are you serious, Drunk Grandpa? And the
I'm
hammer's
serious as a judge.
Yeah, there you go. That whatever that means is what he means.
Well, just the way it is.
Yeah. Steve 6464 asked Gary. Gary's not here anymore. But ask Gary how is it that you can find your mouth with your spoon?
Well, because I know how to measure flat.
You're not Gary though. Do you have a name tag on your shirt?
Oh, I thought you said Gary.
Hold on,
I'm
Steve.
sorry.
Do you have a name tag on your shirt? Look down at your shirt and read your name tag.
No, I have them on my gloves though.
All right, so look at your gloves and read your gloves, and if your gloves don't say Gary, then I was not talking to you. All right,
Well,
little
what
buddy.
difference does it make?
Well, it was a question for Gary.
You don't have no measurement. I mean, like when you look out and you take a measurement, it's always off a flat baseline.
So have you said.
Well,
but
if you guys want a great example of flat Earth, go check out the picture I posted on at 11:08. Probably the best evidence for a flat Earth. Picture on the left, posted by a flat earther. Picture on the right, the product of reverse search. Reverse search.
Oh.
No, it's just a completely edited fake photo that was shared to be that was shared to be real.
Look at that. So that's got the moon, full moon, up in the sky, a little bit above the sun, posted. But yeah, I've seen flat earthers do this, and then you just do a reverse image search.
Wait,
and
hold
look,
on. You mean to tell me that I can't
original.
find a fake picture of the globe in space?
Yeah, what are you talking
kidding me?
about?
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I mean, my God, you're talking about
You
the
could
hot
definitely find
calling the kettle.
You could definitely find a CGI picture of the globe, but it's going to be claimed to be CGI.
Yeah. If somebody,
it's going to be claimed to be a composite image.
Yeah.
Composite of images.
Well, I mean, if somebody says, here's a real legitimate photograph of the globe, and it's not a real legitimate photograph of the globe, then yep, you got something on them. But this flat earther, somebody, and I see this all the time on Facebook too, somebody lied about
Twitter.
the moon there. There it is. There's the original, and there's the claim. There's also one that's, I mean, somebody on Twitter the other day was doing a bunch of them, and I just keep looking them up. Yeah.
You know, there's a funny Glober one it's just people, I think Globers actually believe it. It's the Himawari. That one doesn't even have a camera on it, or like it doesn't even take pictures. And these guys will say it updates on every 10 minutes. It's like comedy gold.
Why would you say that Himawari doesn't have a camera?
It doesn't take pictures.
Why are you saying that?
Because it has all these sensors and all these other things. It's not like a camera, but they think that when they see a picture of, they're like, "Look, that's the Earth, right?" It's not taking pictures.
But why have you said that it doesn't have a camera?
Okay, well, debunk it.
Because you guys don't like pictures.
It can't do multiple things.
Well,
Yeah,
it
not very well.
It doesn't have a P900. Doesn't have any sort of camera that I know about.
Such a good poem. Such a good poem.
What kind of camera? Where's the lens of it?
You guys don't like.
Oh my
You
gosh.
could easily humiliate me by refuting it and showing me the camera that it's got on it.
Yeah.
The House
Yeah,
of
some
Lab
pictures.
100.
How come you guys don't like cameras?
Sin Cleanser,
So
you
you
went
guys don't think it has a camera, but you agree that it exists. Congratulations.
No, it
You agree with
exists
that,
as
Earl?
well, the NASA the graphics art design department of NASA. We used to call them Disney, but we actually think they're like scheduled and
Oh my
all this
gosh,
stuff. But
you
show
keep
me
going
the
too
camera
far,
on it.
Sin
I'd love
Cleanser.
to
If
see
you're
the
gonna Poe, you need to back off a little bit. When you said it doesn't
What?
have a P900, you just people are like, oh, he's Poeing.
Well, not a camera in the sense that it has a lens. There's no lens or anything like that.
Oh my gosh! All right, Tim Davidson says we pause for quick ad homs. Well, get him quick. Yeah. Tim Pryor got muted again. He's unmuted here. Fact Based says glasses near full of flirf tears. Cheers, glue glug. Mr. E-Man says all this lack of measurements is getting repetitive. If only a flurf could figure out or learn how to take measurements. Brought to you by the people stating, do your own research.
Flat on a flat baseline. What's the problem? I don't know why you guys struggle with that.
So you've said with no evidence. Stringer News One says geoid
even
is...
you guys is when you go to NASA, it'll explain to you guys how they calculated the celestial stars. You guys need to look this stuff up. You guys don't do your research.
It's not on me to support your claim. It's on you to support your claim.
It's not my claim. It's not my claim.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God! No, it's your guys'.
Your
guys' model.
Just a second.
Claims everything off a flat map. My God.
Hey, Austin, what do you think about somebody not supporting their claim?
Positive claims have the burden of proof.
Thanks, Austin.
Supporting your claim. I'm
The stars are
supporting
not
your
made
claim.
from a flat Earth map, and the South is not made from a flat Earth map. The globe is not made from a flat Earth map.
What are we
You'd be able to reverse it, and a flat Earth map would work, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And he's from Australia, so he knows.
Yeah. Now somebody
We're
had
talking about a
posted.
baseline.
Somebody had posted some navigational.
Flat
Oh, there
base.
it is. There you go. Some navigational charts
baseline?
right there. And
You
these
guys
are
ever Google that? Google that NASA
your
star
claim.
chart. Show you how they measured everything based
NASA
off
star chart.
celestial
Amazing.
sphere.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't claiming that's our claim your claim?
It is. It's another claim.
No.
He's really good at making
Yeah.
claims.
No,
Yeah,
you guys
you're
don't-
claiming You're claiming that's our
No.
claim. That's your claim. We don't claim that. You're saying that's our claim. We're not saying that's our claim. You're saying that's our claim. That means
You
that's
guys don't get
your
you guys
claim.
don't get to decide your claim.
Come on.
You guys are so.
Hey,
listen,
don't be so
dude.
mean to drunk
Dude,
I know,
grandpa.
I know that's kind of hard to follow,
Hey,
but
hey,
still.
hey, listen.
Hey.
Jesus Christ, you guys get ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah, hey, let
When
drunk
you
grandpa
guys,
talk.
You guys already have the damn claims on the table. So don't be dumbasses. All right? Who the hell are you just talking to? But wait.
We know we're talking to. We're talking to drunk grandpa.
Oh, you guys don't have globe claim. Oh, you don't have globe claims. Is that what your dumbass is telling me, Mr. Smart ass son of a bitches?
Globe evidence.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, right. You guys need to shut the fuck up.
You know, if you question flat Earth like you did the globe, you wouldn't be flat Earthers. You know this, right?
Oh yeah.
You guys need to fucking man up. And
I mean,
fucking learn. You guys need to man up. My God.
It's the third law of
I mean, you
Blur.
guys lie. You lie to yourself about how measurements are taken. My God.
It's the
You would
third
know
law of
measurements
Blur.
if it smacked you in the face.
Here, I'll
You don't even know you don't even know the difference between a measurement and a calculation.
Oh,
Flurfs
never get that either.
Oh my goodness.
All right, here you go. Here's the laws of Flurf, and drunk grandpa here is using number 3 here. The dual standard of evidence. There you go.
We're using yours.
Oh,
God, you guys are thick.
There's another
You
claim.
guys have this much trouble in life?
No.
I don't have trouble at
That's
all.
why we can make flat Earth disappear by logging off social media. We're here for fun.
No, flat Earth ain't going nowhere, partner. Your
Yeah,
little
definitely
rocket, your little rockets landing
Flat Earth has
upside
been
down,
going
your little
nowhere.
make-believe- Your
Flat
little
Earth is-
make-believe worlds, rockets
Steve,
landing
you
upside down.
are literally denying rockets landing like that without any
Mr.
logical
Physics.
reason to. There's no logical reason to deny rockets
Mr.
landing
Physics
like that.
guy. Yeah, right. Mr. Physics guys believe
What is it?
rockets land
Of course.
vertical.
What is it?
My God.
Millions
Are
of
you guys
people
really
have
that
witnessed it
weak?
personally.
Are you that weak that you
You
believe
can't even give
rockets?
a
Oh
problem.
my God, you guys are so weak. My God.
You can't even give a
You do
problem,
not-
dude.
No, you don't stand a chance of passing the physics course. End of story.
What
Physics
physics
don't
course?
even agree with you. Quit bringing it up.
What physics are you talking about? Holy cow!
About how embarrassing it is for how embarrassing it is for a full-grown man to believe rockets land vertical.
I watched it myself. Dingbat, you're not helping your cause.
Yeah, you're a full-grown man.
How
That's
ridiculous
kinda,
can you make yourself
might
sound?
Go back to,
Millions
you
of
might wanna go
people
back
have
to
seen it.
school.
Personally, millions
Go
of
back
people
to
have
school.
witnessed it.
Yeah,
Millions.
Yeah, no flat Earthers ever go, huh?
Yeah, right. Rocket J Squirrel. You guys are all little Rocket J Squirrels.
So why
see
don't
that
you
movie?
go there? Why don't you go there and watch it yourself? No flat Earthers ever gone and watched it themselves.
Oh, some
Millions of
have.
people do. Why don't you guys?
I wouldn't have to if you guys would give me like a really good camera shot. You know what I'm saying?
There
We're
are
gonna be
tons
Go
of
get
good
one
camera
yourself.
shots.
Go get a good camera shot yourself. You could go there and get a good camera
There you
shot
go.
yourself.
Hey,
Why do we got to
oh,
do it
this
for
is where
you?
you guys really get mad
Look,
when you
drunk
don't have no
grandpa.
evidence.
Drunk
Just
grandpa,
go
there's-
yourself.
you-
Just go yourself.
Hey.
Yeah.
Tim, hold on. Drunk grandpa,
Sorry.
you asked for a really good video of it. There's lots of them. If I give you a really good video, will you watch it and then stop you're talking
I
like this?
have watched every one that is out there. I mean, one of my hobbies is rockets. Okay.
Deny them all. So go get one yourself. Since you deny everybody
Yeah,
else's video, go get one yourself.
You just reject them, so
Yeah, so
Reject-
go there and get one yourself. You
We
can do
give
it.
you
Nobody's
guys-
stopping you.
We give you
Nobody's
guys
stopping you from
perfect
going there and
videos.
taking your own video.
You guys
So,
are so
no,
funny,
seriously,
man.
honest question. Why don't you go and get your own video?
Honestly.
Why do you
No,
want us to give
seriously.
you a video when you can do it yourself?
yeah, you
Honestly.
asked us to give you a video. But when we give you a video, you just say nuh-uh.
Who are you? What's your fucking name?
Georgia Jungle.
Oh,
Jesus
vertical landing
Christ.
rockets will happen again in 40 minutes or so. Says Paid Nash's shill. Are they is this one landing back at the well, it's dark. It's nighttime in Florida, right?
You guys are funny, man.
Man, it's pretty ridiculous that you would claim
Right.
that what millions of people have literally witnessed in person doesn't happen.
You didn't even know what God's motor was.
It
My
has
God.
nothing to do with
Did
knowing.
you just say God's motor?
Yeah, God's motor. It
God's
has nothing to do
motor
with that nonsense.
is love.
God's motor.
Okay? God's motor is love.
So,
Are you okay? Are you
So
happy now?
how much physical thrust do I have to have on that puppy hitting the ground like that, huh? You
Well,
ever seen
those engines put out a lot of thrust.
You don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
the
How
very
much is it?
basics
Yeah,
of the physics involved, Drunk Grandpa.
Oh yeah, and they can
Hundreds
fly.
of thousands
They
of
fly
pounds.
up, and then they come back down, drop through the air, and then they hit the target right on.
Yes, exactly. That's what
Another
they're
claim.
doing.
Amazing.
And people
there's
watch
another
it.
claim.
People watch it
I didn't
happen
claim it. That's,
live.
that's not a claim. That's what they do. My God.
You just claimed that's what happens. So prove your claim.
Fly up. They fly up and they fly down, hit the target.
Yeah, I mean, I posted that video. I'll post my video again.
Check the chat.
Why not
No
show the
wind.
chat?
If you want to see a narrow field view camera with a curve from top of frame to bottom of frame, perfectly spherical.
How
How
come
does
they
that
don't
work?
do that? How come they don't do a little rover landing on Earth, right? Show us a rover landing on Earth.
Why would they do
What's
a
wrong
rover?
with rover
What the
landing
hell
on
are
Earth?
you
We already
talking
have
about?
rovers on Earth.
Oh my
Seems
God.
like they could do that.
rover.
Yeah, right. Why don't they do a rocket
My
landing
gosh.
on Earth? Let's see it. Just like the moon.
I just posted one. I just posted one.
I wouldn't believe it.
You can't say nothing about that photo.
Oh my God.
It's not a wide angle lens.
Yeah.
Not a wide angle
1969.
lens. That's
Yeah,
narrow field view.
you guys are funny, man.
How's that curve
1969.
backing us up? You're the funny. How's that curve
Hey,
get
wait
there?
a minute. Yeah, you guys don't let me talk. That's all right. I don't care.
How's that curve get there, dude?
You have never duplicated that little rocket machine. Why? How come I don't see it right now? Like, show me a new one, a brand new one doing that, landing on the Earth. You know, like just normal, right here on Earth.
18 minutes from
You know,
now, it's going to
simple.
happen.
Believe it.
Oh, you can't do it. Oh, you can't do it. Okay, never mind.
Can't do what?
I literally just saw the rocket testing today of a 24-inch nozzle that was putting out like I forget. It was hundreds of thousands of pounds of thrust. There, like maybe 100,000 pounds of thrust from a 24-inch nozzle.
Yeah, no shit. That's called
Yeah.
rocket science. That's called rocket science.
See, okay, and is it what's it? How's that thrust being made?
Fuel.
What?
What's it? Is it pushing off of something?
You better hope
'Cause
so.
Because it's causing pressure.
Yeah, you better hope so.
Okay, I got it. You got that.
All right.
They pump the gas from the center of the Earth into the rocket.
Yeah.
All right, Drunk Grandpa.
Yeah, the
There-
gas.
there's the
gas
video.
is up there.
Red's Rhetoric.
It flies off the gas.
Here you go. Drunk Grandpa. Red's Rhetoric. Falcon Heavy launch and landing. Nikon P1000.
Yeah, I see. Oh yeah,
There it is.
that one's funnier than hell too. That lying bastard. That you can't watch that one either. I already know what one you're talking about there because, like I told you, I'm kind of into rocket science. It disappears right behind the hump there. You dumbasses. You guys will fall for it, and then you come out here and lie about it. You guys are lying dumb bastards.
Well, but wait, doesn't the
keep
sun
digging that
disappear
hole.
behind the curve because it's going straight back, isn't it?
Oh,
Is the sun actually
God.
going downhill?
Keep
You guys
digging
are
that hole.
embarrassing. You guys are embarrassing. My God, I hope my
Well,
grandchildren
you guys-
aren't listening to you
guys
guys.
pick and choose which things you want to be going down and which things you want to be going away from you.
What are you talking about
There you
now?
go.
Are you changing
You
the
guys look at
subject?
the,
Here goes the
at
landing.
at the arc of a
We
rocket
made
and say it's
sure-
going
what are we
down,
talking
but
about?
really it's
Rocket?
going up and away.
Rocket
Deny
landings,
that
or are we
and make
talking
a fool
about
of
flat
yourself.
baselines? What are we talking
Call
about?
them the
right
curve
now?
of the
There you
earth.
go.
Well, you're all over the place.
Well, no, you guys won't make up your mind. I mean, the rockets, the flat baseline. What one do you
All
want?
right.
What topic
There
you
you
want to
go,
talk
Drunk
about?
Grandpa. There's a screenshot. There it is. The land.
Oh,
It's-
oh, yeah,
there it
going right
is.
behind. I don't even have to watch, right? Right
There you
behind the
go.
hump, right behind the hill, right?
Yeah. The
Come on
curve
now,
of the
tell me
earth is in the
truth.
way.
You can't see him. No. Now tell the truth. You can't see him land, right?
We watched it land.
Oh,
I'll back it up.
thank you for
Play it.
telling the audience that those ones you
There it is.
just posted. You can't. Oh yeah, you're
There you
lying
go.
again.
That looks
No,
like a
you're not
rocket to
gonna
me.
admit that
That's a
you're lying.
rocket
That looks
landing.
like a rocket to me. Looks like a rocket to me.
My God. Oh my God. You guys sit here and lie about the video you're posting
So
right
you're
on live
saying that you're
TV.
not seeing a
I mean,
rocket? Are
we're
you saying
watching
you're
it.
not looking at a
Hey,
rocket right
Paul,
there?
are you telling me they
What
don't
is
go
that?
behind the hill?
Why would they not go behind the hill?
Are
The
you
Earth is
telling
curved.
me? Are you telling me they don't go behind the hill? Yes or no?
Why?
The Earth
Yeah,
is
why
curved.
wouldn't-
Yes,
Of course it
no.
is.
Yeah, okay,
That's our
thank
plan.
you. Oh, I went behind the hill so I can't see them. You guys are retarded. My fucking
There's
God.
trees there, anyways. There's
And
trees
what
there.
what do you expect that to see?
This is how you guys act like school kids. Oh, Daddy, I'm going to argue about this here because I...
go straight up.
Wow.
My
Ladies and
God.
gentlemen,
I have a question.
thank
I have a
you
question.
for watching
you
as
guys said-
Steve shows how ridiculous flat earthers are.
You guys said you see you hear a sonic boom whenever
Yeah,
this
you just,
happens.
you
At what
just
point
embarrassed-
at what point do you hear the sonic boom?
At what point? You hear it a little bit after it lands.
After it lands?
Yes.
It all depends on how far. It all depends
So
on how
that's
far
definitely
away
not
you are from.
that's definitely not whatever that thing is like blowing up and crashing into the ground, right?
It's not crashing into the ground.
Definitely not that, right?
No,
it couldn't
it's
be
not.
an explosion that you're hearing, right?
No, it's not an explosion.
Oh, okay. Because that wouldn't
Because you see a
sonic
fireball.
boom, right?
You guys just go there and watch yourself. What do you always question us?
You guys already admitted
watch
you can't see
yourself.
it. You guys already admitted you can't see it, right? You were miles away. You can't see it actually land, and you hear it explode when it hits the ground. It's pretty funny.
But it doesn't explode
watch yourself.
because you can see the rocket not exploding. Right? There's no fireball after it lands.
I mean, I know you want to convince that. I mean, I'm going to show the video to the audience afterwards. I'm just too lazy to get up right now. But
I'm
even, like I
showing
said,
it
even
right
in
now.
the video, you cannot see the rocket clearly land at all.
Okay, so if
admitted,
if I gave you
supposedly,
a
like, the elevation
video,
is different between
let's
you
test
and the rocket, or
let's test your honesty.
grasping straws, dude.
Hold
You're
on.
just grasping straws.
Hold on, Globeturd.
of the Earth.
Hold on,
No, you're just
Globeturd.
not allowing me to speak at all.
No,
It's amazing.
Hammer.
You guys are completely
Hammer, I have a
rude,
question.
We saw a rocket come down.
Globeturd, hold
right?
on.
We saw a rocket come down. We saw a rocket fire. Okay. Maybe we didn't see it all the way down to the bottom, but we saw a rocket come down and land. Did we not?
There he goes. You see him? You see
All right.
him? Just, maybe we didn't see it all the
here's-
way go down, actually land, but
here's the
we
question.
just, believe
That
that
doesn't
it landed.
negate everything else. That doesn't
Our
negate
NASA
everything else.
Hold on.
That's fine.
That doesn't negate
Hammer.
everything else, dude.
Hammer, here's your test of honesty. Here's your test. If I gave you a video where you can see the base of the rocket and the landing pad, would you watch it and then reverse your claims? This is
You
a
cut
test.
out,
This is a
but
test of honesty.
I mean, I've seen plenty of like what looks like, who did Transformers, Matthew Bay or whatever his name is. It looks just like the Transformers when it freaking transitions. Like you see the anyway.
All right,
Could tell.
I'm
that's
asking
great.
The lands that are on the ships.
I'm asking you, if I send it to you, will you accept it or will you pre-reject it because it contradicts your pre-selected conclusion?
I'll
It's
pre-reject
just
it.
hilarious that
Guaranteed.
you guys have gone to this, like you're backed into this far of a corner. You know what I mean? You have nothing
Why
else
don't
to
you go
rely
there
on.
yourself and watch it yourself?
This
Quit
isn't
asking
us being backed
Go
into
there
a corner,
yourself.
yeah. This isn't us being
I
backed
already
into a
Go there
corner.
yourself.
This
You're
is you saying that
probably
nothing's
gonna just
real
talk over my
because you can't
response
see
to
that last little tiny part.
as you're
And you're saying
doing
none
that.
of it's real.
I shouldn't have talked over you because you just reiterated that. Man. But anyway,
right,
yeah,
Sierra-
you
Sierra
clearly
Echo.
just said it, so I don't really need to
But that's
restate it.
you're making a huge deal about it. You realize
That you
that, right?
can't actually see it land. That the claim that you're saying that you can see it land and you can't actually see it land, and you don't think that's a big deal.
I'm still questioning.
The deal that you're hold on.
If I send
The
it to
deal
you,
that you're making
will you
out of
be
it,
honest?
saying that the whole thing never happened and it wasn't real and it's all fake
I believe
just because of
that you
that. Yes,
think that you
we
saw
saw it
something.
come. We saw it come all the way down. All the way down.
And you even
All
admit
the way
you hear a
down.
loud boom right after it lands, and you think that's a quote unquote sonic boom, not It could not possibly be that thing just freaking exploding into the ground like they've shown before.
You would
Like
see
it
the
definitely has crashed
explosion.
before, right?
You would see the explosion.
It's funny because you see a big ball of fire when it excuse my language, when it lands, quote unquote, in McToon's video. You see a big ball of fire, but that's just the rocket thrust, I bet. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
What it is.
Yeah, I bet.
And you questioning
Right.
it just really shows how much of a poe you are, because you're saying that the whole thing's fake just because of these two little tiny things that you. I don't know.
Lothar, you can convince us by walking us through the physics of the friction and the pressure and the temperature. Can you explain the physics of that and just instead of just believing it?
You go. There's a constant downward acceleration, and they have rocket engines.
No, let's
which
be
cause
specific.
a thrust
Let's
in the
use
hold
physics
on, which
terms.
cause a thrust in the opposite direction, and they also have wings to make sure that to keep themselves straight.
They're fins
and
yeah.
everything. They get everything right. I don't know if you knew this, but it took them a
This is
while.
over my head.
Hold on. I don't know if you knew this, but it took them a while to get it right. They did have some that blew up, and it took them a while, but they figured it out. Not that hard. Well, it probably was hard, but for me, it's not that hard because I just watch it.
It's not really that hard.
Go and watch it. We should not even explain to him. He could go and watch himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So why are we even explaining to somebody that could go watch it himself? He refuses to watch it himself, and then denies what we show him that he wants to see.
And
he
I
wants
am
to see us take. He wants us to show videos, and then refuses it, even though he could go there himself and take the same damn videos. He refuses.
And somebody was asking something in the chat, and I said the purpose of this is to embarrass flat earthers, and you have done that very well by rejecting something so obvious. Thank you for that. I'm gonna to let you go and say to the other people, come on in and duke it out with the rest of the asylum. And I'm gonna back off. And thank you very much, Hammer and Apocryphon, for having me on again.
Bye, McToon. Have a good night. Appreciate you coming by.
All right, we'll see you. How can you? Ridiculous to just say nuh-uh to this. Look how cool that is. Res Rhetoric video, amazing. And what is this? This is an explosion after it lands? Let's see. Where's the explosion? No explosion. Sonic booms have been felt already. No explosion. And then he's panning. There it is. There's the other one. That one didn't explode either. So this one there's about 2.5 sonic booms when you're there. And by 2.5 I mean hello Rock. Hello the Rock. 2.5, there's one from the bottom of the engines, right? And there's one from the grid fins, but there's the ring just a little bit above the rocket engines, right? The engines stick out the bottom, and then just above that is the ring. And so there's this extra little sonic boom that comes right after the first one. So it's like a kind of a stutter boom almost. And then the second one, or the second one you get is from the grid fins. And yeah, you feel it in your chest. When I went to the space shuttle launch, I could feel the heat from the rockets on my face. I didn't really feel it at SpaceX. It's a smaller rocket, so you kind of understand that. I don't know if the Falcon Heavy has if you can feel the heat from the Falcon Heavy. If anybody's seen that. So Liz K says the whole argument was designed to distract from the drubbing they got from MC Toon. Brianna Johnson wants me to say root, like root beer. That's what we say. Let's see. Let me pull up. I'll pull up and show you briefly here the salt flats. My webpage on salt flats. I would love to have everything in my notes on the website. I have so many notes, and so every once in a while I go and put some in, but I have too many. All right. The Bolivian salt flats have been meticulously measured. The DEM shows a complex surface with an elevation range, and the 6 is because I copy pasted out of the source document that has these line numbers on it. Range of only 77 centimeters over 50 kilometers from a low of that. This is the measurement in meters from the center of the Earth. In the broad depression along the southern boundary to a high of this number at the northeastern corner. There's the article in Nature. Now the article in Nature is doesn't let you download it right here, but I got a copy of it for you right here. Find the results there. I'll look at that in a second, but here's a video from Baron Rutledge, who's on TikTok. He's a surveyor, so he went out there recently. This is his video. You can see when you zoom in, you can see the curve of that highway. Now that highway, just like this is the Utah salt flats. That highway is at the elevation from one end to the other varies by just a tiny amount. So it travels the entire distance of it matches the same elevation from one side to the other. So if flat elevation, it's the same elevation. So flat earthers, they get elevation and curve mixed up. But if it's flat, then that should look flat. And if it's curved, then it should look curved. But here you go. Here's two more. Here's one from David Cook and another one from David Cook. These two. No, wait, this top one is not, I think, not David Cook. So there you go. You can see the curve right in there. So right, especially at the end there, because this near part is, you're seeing a small number of miles, and as you get farther away, you're seeing more and more miles due to perspective. So the other one, I love when they bring up the salt flats in Utah, because I don't have it here. I'll show you this one. This happened. This happened when I was debating water's always level. He actually cited this. The Bonneville Salt Flats, the topography of the Bonneville Salt Flats, Utah, mapped by airborne lidar. He did not read it, of course, relative to the GRS 80 ellipsoid. First law of Flurf. So there you go. It's from a Cessna. Oh no, the one that he referenced was, I don't have it here. The one that he referenced was from radar taken by the space shuttle. That's right. It was space shuttle measurements that he cited. The poor guy. You almost feel bad for him, but he's a douchebag. So, the current live landing. That's a good idea. I could pull that up. That's a really good idea. Somebody's got to send me a link. I don't see a live landing. Space flight now. All right. It's loading up the it's playing the commercial at the beginning. Is this did I just get it in time?
17th mission for this booster, tail number 1060. Now the flight leader of SpaceX's fleet. Falcon 9 is
that's
the tower
live.
pitching down range, climbing away from Cape Canaveral, heading southeast. Let's listen to the roar of those 9 Merlin engines, now 30 seconds into flight.
This was good timing. You hear that noise? You do hear that noise. The complete the desperation to just
Now,
hand
1
wave
minute into the
reject
flight.
this is happening is so desperate. So just I love
Yeah, that
exposing
call
them.
for Falcon 9, now supersonic, traveling faster than the speed of sound, coming up on hitting max Q, or reaches the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle.
This Skeletor.
Hear that
The
call
same
out
reason
there?
no human's been in space is suit in a vacuum chamber, because of
Got
course
about
it's
a minute
possible.
left on the burn of the first stage. Falcon 9 rocket now traveling faster than 2,600 kilometers per hour.
Started.
Nominal trajectory.
PG Tony says,
Rocket
T,
moving along
listen
a
to that, the
nominal
noise of
trajectory at an
really big
altitude of
balloon
about
deflating.
26 kilometers. Now 2 minutes into flight, approaching the point of main engine cutoff, or MECO. The 9 Merlin engines will shut down. That'll be followed by the stage separation and ignition of the upper stage. Jettison of the payload fairings comes following that. Again, the 2 payload fairing halves will be recovered in the Atlantic Ocean by SpaceX's recovery vessel. Tonight they are using Doug.
Doug.
Now about 2.5 minutes into flight.
Let's see.
Main engine cut off. And back ignition. Stage separation confirmed.
And you see on your screen and the call out for stage separation.
And back ignition.
You see a nice view of the MBEC engine, both.
There's the SpaceX one. But no audio? This is on X, right? Turn the audio.
Fairing separation
Oh, there
confirmed.
we go. Okay. I can't make it larger unless I make it full screen. So maybe I'll go back to this guy.
On the onboard cameras from the right-hand side of your screen, as well as from within the Falcon 9 first stage, as you see the hypersonic grid fins now deploying, preparing to slow down the Falcon 9 rocket and guide it toward the drone ship. A short fall of gravitas down the Atlantic, about 600 or so kilometers away from our position here.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And you see now those 22 Starlink V2 mini satellites exposed to the vacuum of space for the first time.
I love seeing the engine glow.
Now 3.5 minutes
from the
into
heat.
this
They
mission.
pump the liquid fuel and
Coming up in just a little
oxygen
over
through
2
the
minutes.
through pipes in there.
Will be the start of the entry burn on the first stage. That burn will help slow the first stage's descent and reduce heating on the vehicle as it encounters friction
All
from the
vehicles,
atmosphere.
nominal
As you saw before it
trajectory.
lifted off, there's quite a bit of soot as the rocket is flying back through the atmosphere. It starts to build up a little bit on the outside of the rocket, gives it some of its distinct character. As you can tell, as some of these boosters fly more and more,
All
they get
vehicles, nominal trajectory.
a little more sooty, a little more definition to them, if you will. Now 4.5 minutes into flight. Now 4 minutes, 46 seconds into this flight. Booster has reached apogee and is starting to make its descent now. You can see that on the left-hand side of your screen. That altitude meter
Acquisition
now
of
starting
signal,
to
Bermuda.
plummet.
Oh, it's above the Kármán line.
Acquisition of
110
signal,
kilometer.
Bermuda.
Now 5 minutes, 15 seconds into this flight. Coming up on the start of the entry burn in less than a minute from now.
But they switched to that camera. I suppose because the other one is
Start of that entry burn coming at T plus 6 minutes, 10 seconds.
There's not much to see when
So you
it's
can
not
use the
doing
first
anything.
stage booster on the left-hand side of your screen on the right. as the Merlin vacuum engine continuing to power the second stage.
Yeah, Skeletor in the live chat here is yapping his face. Hey, send me an
About
email.
5 seconds away
You
from
can
the start of
join
the
me.
entry burn.
Join me live.
Again, our
Bring all your
countdown
woke
clock
evidence.
is in real time. What you see at the bottom of your screen is SpaceX's clock on a bit of a delay. So that's why there's about a 10, 11 second discrepancy.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
And you see that on your screen, the start of the entry burn.
Look at
It's
that.
the last
All
about
that fire.
22 seconds on this burn.
Watch the speed slow down from 6,000, almost 7,000 kilometers an hour.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
There it is, to 5,000.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
And good callouts on the end of the entry burn.
And it's speeding up right
Setting
now.
up the landing burn, coming up at T plus
51,
8 minutes, 6
52,
seconds into flight.
50. Now slowing down again. As it gets lower, I love this. The friction from the air starts to slow
Again, we
it
saw
down now.
the liftoff of Falcon 9 first stage booster 1060 for the 17th time. It is also correspondingly going for its 17th landing, when it will officially become the flight leader.
A 1-to-1 ratio,
Leader
launch
for
and landing
SpaceX's
is very
fleet
good.
of Falcon 9 first stage boosters. SpaceX has certified its boosters up to 20 flights. As the company has said, it is pushing the envelope and testing the boosters and some of the technology aboard the Falcon 9 rocket, principally using the Starlink missions, since SpaceX owns both the payload as well as the launch vehicle. And you hear that call out that stage 1 is now transonic, traveling below the speed of sound as it continues to make its descent
4
towards
kilometers.
the drone ship. Short
3
fall of
kilometers.
Terminal guidance. Stage 1 landing burn.
You hear the call out for the start of the stage 1 landing burn. You see that there on the left-hand side of your screen. The drone ship should come into view momentarily. We should see onboard cameras from the drone ship on the right-hand side.
Landing leg deploy.
There it goes.
Landing leg deploy.
You see the landing legs are deployed.
There you go, Hammer and Drunk
And a great
Grandpa.
touchdown
Stage 1 landing.
of
There you go.
booster 1060, having made its 17th trip up to and back from space. Now just about 9 minutes into flight.
Expected loss of signal, Cape.
Impact shutdown.
Pretty
Expected loss
cool.
of signal,
And
Cape.
you heard the call out for
Impact shutdown.
SES-1. Or SECO-1. Second stage engine cutoff. That sets up the Falcon 9 second stage up for a coast phase up until T plus 53 minutes, 31.
All right. So it's gonna coast for a while. So there you go. All right, back to me and the Rock. Where did that come from? You might be wondering where this came from. My kid had it in his room. It was like back behind the wall somewhere, and we, but between stuff, right? And so I actually painted. I'm not done yet. I have the ceiling to paint in the one room in the basement still. So I painted the whole basement these last 2 weeks. And so that got evicted from the basement in the process. I got home today. I had put it in here, like over on the side, planning to have him join me. And I come home today and it's outside on the grass in the backyard. I'm like, hold on a second. He's got to come in here with me. So, oh my goodness. Tell ya, let's review. How much flat Earth evidence was presented? None. The guy that grows flowers, he wanted to reference the measurements of the Bolivian salt flats. I asked him which ones. He refused to provide them. I went and did his homework for him. I did his own research for him and brought it up. He read from it right away when I gave him the elevation. He told me the elevation of the surface of the salt flats doesn't vary by more than 77 centimeters from the DEM. And I'm like, well, what is the DEM? He didn't know. And I told him what the DEM was. He didn't like that. And so he had to insult me. That's all he had. I asked for other evidence. He didn't have anything. Then Drunk Grandpa comes on. He made a bunch of claims and then claimed that he didn't make any claims. Then, to really hammer in the denialism of flat earthers, the hammer came in, and basically the output of the hammer and Drunk Grandpa was denying that rockets land vertically, even though millions of people have personally witnessed it. There was Gary Wybenga who said if you lay on the ground and put a camera straight up, there will be a U shape even when you're in the southern hemisphere. I asked where the center of the curve was. It was ambiguous. Is the center of that curve the north celestial pole or the south celestial pole? It is impossible, completely impossible, for as they claim, a dome over the earth with the stars in it to be rotating and see two centers of rotation. You can only see one. When you look south, you must see the laterally moving stars in that Tupperware dish lid. It totally debunks. It's super trivially easy. You could not have two celestial poles. Not possible. Not possible at all. All right, let me read a few things here. We got Stringer News 1 said geoid is not Flatzoid's cousin. Yes. Agreed. Tim Davidson says, DMOC Jr., can you get me a bucket of flat? Doing the DMOC stuff. Mr. E-Man gifted 10 MC Toon Live memberships. Thank you for that, Mr. E-Man. I hope people that received one, thank him as well. Glass is nearly full of Flurf tears. Cheers, Glue Glug. And I don't know what Glue Glug is. And Tim Pryor got muted again. Let's see. I jump off to where I haven't. Alyssum. Flurf. Why do I, as a pilot, have to account for the globe whenever we calculate our flight distances? Why is the flat Earth not able to compete? Absolutely. Aaron Reese, to who? To me? I take it to me. Aaron says, you would make a hideous woman. Would swipe left. Swipe left. Well, I cannot disagree, Aaron. You may be speaking of drunk grandpa. Well, Aaron, did you say you emailed me? I don't see an email from you. mctoon@mctoon.net. I don't see an email from you. You could try mctoon27@gmail.com as well if you want. All right. Fairy Muff says, ass muff girdle vision sounds grim. Have it waxed. Ass muff girdle vision. What? Oh my gosh. Peter Harrington says, math be hard. It does be hard. Tim Davidson says, I'm a sock account for poo. I don't know what you mean by that, Tim. Mr. E-Man says, say hello to Mippet for me. Hello, Mippet. Fact Base says, ozone is created in the sky. Flurfs are idiots. Oh, yes. So the flower guy said that gases are created. He said created low in the somewhere. And I've heard them, the flat earthers, say this before. They claim gases are created through biological processes and through seeping from out of the earth at the surface of the earth, and that was what they say creates the pressure differential. And of course, primarily the gases, they're talking about like plants outgas oxygen. But how did they get that oxygen? They didn't create the oxygen. Eric Burns was like, I know how gases are created. They're created in stars. Yes, they are. Oxygen is not created by plants. It's converted from carbon dioxide to oxygen. So the two oxygens in carbon dioxide are the two oxygens in oxygen in O2. It's a 1-for-1 on oxygen minus the carbon. So actually that process removes carbon from the air, removes a little bit of the mass of the gas. And of course, humans, animals, we convert carbon dioxide to oxygen. So we do the opposite process. Same thing though. We inhale O2, outhale CO2. There's one molecule. It's a net neutral. There's no change in the quantity. So nitrogen is generally not part of this process. So what is he talking about? And how does that explain the gradient? Of course, it doesn't explain the pressure gradient because gas pressure equalizes at the speed of sound. The sound coming from my voice is a gas pressure differential. So if there was a if gases actually were outgassed, like new gases introduced at ground level, and then at high elevation, there's not a lot. That would equalize at the speed of sound. There would be this 700 mile an hour wind, right, of some sort. Oh yeah, Mystery Man says, I think that sock is for Lord Illuminous Pooh. I thought so, maybe. So anyway, that is what they've claimed. Now, of course, you could test this by having a barometer or a pressurometer, if you want to use that term for little flurf happy term, because they, barometer doesn't just, ask a flurf. What kind of an instrument measures the amount of moisture in the air? A moisturometer, of course. But the rest of us, it's a hygrometer, right? Outhale. Inhale, outhale. Exhale. Oh my God. Did I say outhale? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Wade Vainka says outhale. You've been hanging around flirts too much. Yes. Anyway, so you could do it in your room, like in your house, because you don't have a whole bunch of plants. Hopefully you don't have a whole bunch of plants in your house down on the ground, and then measure to see if there's a pressure differential. Your phone has a barometer in it. Just install an app named Barometer and test it. You could do it in a sealed vessel that doesn't have plants in it. I have one right there. Video soon on that one. And that's what this is for, partially. I'll explain that later. And just completely show that doesn't happen, right? I've tested it. A sealed vessel still has a pressure differential top to bottom. What are you going to do? Tim Davidson says, it doesn't take tune to make you look like a clown, Flarfs. No, you do it on your own. I'm just here to take your clowning and present it to the world on YouTube so that they can see how ridiculously desperate flat earthers are and how they don't have evidence. I come in, I say, show me evidence, and they get offended. that I would ask for evidence. They make a claim, they get offended when I ask for them to support their claim. They claim that rockets can't land upright. I show a video of rockets landing upright. I support my claim, they can't. So thank you for that, Flat Earthers, for being the unwitting demonstrators of that. All right, Walking Man says the beatings will continue until morale improves. Indeed, that's the plan. Serenos 1 says it's 5 o'clock everywhere on the flat Earth, apparently. Yeah, he was drunk. Maybe that's his default state. Tim Pryor says, if they ask if you've done it yourself, they don't really mean it. But again, unmute me. You muted again? Let me check again. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, I can't do it. They took away my moderator privilege. So, and I do want them to take away my moderator privilege because with Riggs and Harp around, that server's going to get nuked. And I don't want to be a moderator on that server when it's nuked. Because, yeah, that hurts your account. So, Mr. E-Man says, what are the error margins for their measurements of flatness? Of course, there are no measurements of flatness. And M2M, Eminem it was a good line of reasoning. He's not a flat earther in the end. And a good question, like what we shouldn't have to tell them what a measurement would be, right? They should be doing it, but they don't. The only thing they ever want to do is they want to go to the highest refractive conditions and then shine a laser across water or across, salt flat or, something and then pretend that there is no refraction. Dan the Waterman was in the Asylum server earlier today. And I said, hey, I'm excited to come on later. And he was talking about his lots of measurements that he's done. He thinks they're not measurements. Because measurements have a margin of error. Measurements have units. They don't have to have a margin of error, but they definitely have a number. They have units, and the good ones have a margin of error analysis. What are the units on we see too far? There's no units. The units of, it was X miles. That's not the unit of flatness. That's not the unit. The unit would be how much deviation from a straight line, right? Establish a known straight line somehow. Then measure how much the surface of the Earth deviates from that. And then you could say, like in the Bolivian salt flats, over this distance, there was 77 centimeters of deviation from this DEM ellipsoid standard. They do nothing. So AT2 Productions says, I was just on the bike for an hour. What flat earth evidence did I miss? You missed all of it. All of the flat earth evidence, which conveniently is none. So Mr. Lonely says, incredible derp, smug attitudes, perfect combo, flat earth. Yes. Perfect combo. When they do their welcome to flat earth thing, that's their escape. That's their, oh crap, I don't have an answer. Right? I'll just say that and pretend like it proves something. I guess. Tim Davidson says to Kathy Ireland about which model. Man, Sin Cleanser is such a po. Why do flat earthers let him do that? Right? He's obviously trying to make them look bad. They're like, oh, okay, we'll just let you keep doing that. His original flat earth model is just a zodiac thing. Ableist says Twiggy, MC Toon Twiggy. I don't know what that is. Is that Twiggy from the TV show Laverne and Shirley? My parents used to like that show. Bob, the QTube family, says even if rockets don't land vertically, how does that prove flat Earth? Of course it doesn't. they need to deflect from the topic of flat Earth, right? Flat earthers always avoid talking about flat Earth. That's their most important thing is, you know, I went in there and I asked for the one thing they all know they can't provide. Evidence for flat Earth. They always want to talk about the globe. It's all they can ever do. Well, if the globe this, here's their misunderstanding of the globe. Well, it didn't match their misunderstanding of the globe. Therefore, no. You need to understand it first. But that doesn't even do anything. All that you're trying to do is test the globe hypothesis. Okay, but that doesn't, perfect, but it doesn't establish that the Earth is any other shape. Even if it were to happen. And as Eminem said, you still have to deal with all of the other evidence. There's thousands of measurements of the curvature of the Earth. You have to deal with every one of them. Right? You can't just say, oh, here's one thing, therefore flat. That doesn't work. You have to say, well, here's a piece of evidence, and here's all the other pieces of evidence that we're going to have to go after now to see how they fit together. So, Zoomeray said John Barnard, a YouTuber, built rockets and landed vertically. Ooh, could you send? Can you send that? Somebody find that? There it is. Found his channel. All right, I think I found his channel. Greg Andrews gives a $2 super chat. It's Greg's first super chat. Thank you for that. There was no message, Greg. You can send me a message. Oh, Twiggy the model. Hold on. Twiggy the model? Oh, that's... Yeah, all right. I mean, that's a generation earlier than these other ones. She's 74 right now. But yeah, all right. Peachy Tony says, yeah, T, listen to that, the noise of really big balloon deflating. Greg Andrews says Steve has two functioning neurons clashing together as they are both fighting for third place. Oh man, the concaver there. He's so funny. Oof. Good news, Flatzoid is in for Friday. And the topic? The cause of downward acceleration. Oh my gosh, Flatzoid. Oh my gosh. That's going to be so good. Friday. Oh my gosh, he's just going to say RDD over and over. He's going to do his derpy man. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Stringer News 1 says, which is smarter, a bag of hammers or a bag of rocks? Todd's Tech Tales says, perhaps Gary meant the Shaun the Sheep constellation. It's U-shaped. E-W-E, like a young sheep. U. Very good, Todd. Nice play on words there. Tim Davidson says, they said we were all sock accounts for you, but I am Lord Illuminous Poo Sock. Lol Poo Sock. Okay, got it. Yes, Real Cygnus. Quoting Failzoid, it accelerates you. You literally just proved my point. That's it. Tim Davidson says they said, no, sorry. 2AHD Cat Diecast says, don't forget my MC Rude t-shirt video. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to give you a link. I'll pull it up. I got it. I got it here. I'll pull it up. I'll play a clip of it for everybody to enjoy If enjoy is indeed the right word. All right. So here it is. Look at this custom shirt he's wearing. I don't know why the camera's so dirty there. But there it is. There's the link to it. You can watch it yourself. But there's the video. There's the picture. Look at that. What a rude picture. Guys, it's so rude. But yeah, he's that's his newest AR build. So, all right. There's that. Enjoy that. If you enjoy that, then definitely go subscribe to him. All right. Lord Luminous Pooh says, yeah, my friends just call me Pooh. My lord is too pretentious. Yes. Ableist says, we Canadians can have lots of plants per household, in fact. Yeah, all right. Fact Base says, wanted Krakatoon, little disappointed. Respect, though. Yeah, sorry, I didn't explode. I was too busy laughing at the derp. Pat in the chat says, be right back. Gotta go all over the flat earth evidence. I'm done. I'm back. Yeah, that's how quick it is. Ableist is Twiggy the model. You were talking about models. Okay, and then we got PT Tony says, hammer flatzoid with gravimetric mineral exploration. We've been doing that for more than 100 years. It's how the Nash oil dome was discovered. That's a good one. Could you send me anything that you might that might be interesting for that? Yep. Eric Burns says he still takes credit for getting you to show that binary number. So, Elixir comes in with $5. Says, who would win, 3,000 NASA scientists or one basement dweller? I'd say one NASA scientist would beat one basement dweller. Right? I don't need that. Flatzoid. I love. Go to his videos. Go look at the comment section of his videos. They are glorious. None of his followers dare go in there. Just like a Mark Sargent video. Oh, here's your weekly reminder to go over to Mark Sargent's videos and ask him why he hasn't quit Flat Earth yet. Had a little hiccup. So, Fact-Base says AR-15 meth pyro build cannons need a flurf target. Hey, no using flurfs for target practice. Right? I mean, you could make one like this if you really needed to, if you needed something. Nah, I don't want to troll Mark right now. You got to do it. You just got to do it in segments. So, okay. I have a video I have recorded but not edited, responding to Taboo Conspiracy. That's what I will be doing after I sign out tonight. I want to do something responding to Dearth and the high school class that he thinks that he taught. Yeah, the high school class that he thinks that he taught. But yeah, that if you saw my short on my Conspiracy Tunes channel, it's so easy to find a lie that Dearth says, and if you watched FTFE's video. Because he chooses his audience, right? He finds conspiracy prone people and then goes on their shows and then just spews lies at them. And they're like, ooh, gobble, gobble, gobble. A lot of them, some of them don't, but, so it's super easy to do like a lot of shorts of Dearth lying. And I posted that to Twitter, Facebook, TikTok and YouTube, and YouTube didn't get the flurfs coming in and defending Dearth, but the other three did, especially TikTok and Facebook. Man, some of I'm like, you just lie. It's super obvious, and they're like, oh, no, that is Apollo 9. No, it's not. Anyway, and a last thing here before I go, this I'll show you this. I wonder if I can. Let's see. Hold on. See if I can show it from above. Let's see if I can upper camera there. All right. So there's the upper camera. I'll see if I can get this to focus. There you go. There it is. It's a little circuit board. And if you know what's there, there's 4 diodes in a row and a capacitor. So there you go. Maybe you can figure out what it is. Smallest order you can order is 3. So I have 3 of them. So thank you for that. Anyway, Chai says, do you think you'll have a chance to talk to that class as well? No. I've communicated with the teacher, and no, I won't be able to, for a good reason. Mostly for a good reason. So anyway, I'd love an opportunity like that. So if somebody is interested and thinks that they have an audience of some sort that might want to have a bit of a presentation on how we know the Earth is a globe, let me know. Something I've been working on and thinking about. So all right, that's I think that's about it. Be looking out for the video I'm working on. Oh no, what happened? All right. Oh, did it freeze for you guys? Fa of the QTube family. Yep, you nailed it. I did not want to use a pre-made rectifier. I wanted to use my own. So Leslie designed 2 of them, and I got the one that was the discrete ones. So yes. And what's it for? That's the cool thing. But I shan't say at the moment. So, all right. Prepping my outro. People, thank you very much for super chats, for members, for gifting memberships, for just being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate, of course, if you post it somewhere to get a few more views on it. That all of that helps. So with that, I will see you next time.